Eldritch horrors will return to being obscure boogeymen that stalk unbeknownst to their prey. The veil shall be lowered again until the gate opens and mankind is eradicated.
I kind of have this funny feeling that mankind was eradicated
You'll
before.
never see me or my family ever again.
I guess this is our last moment together. But why? Why do you want to split us up?
You know that even amongst gods there are things that are strictly taboo.
No, I did not know that.
You see, whenever mankind starts exploring too far, too quickly, you accelerate the end of all things.
So it's like a climax of sorts.
So we appear to slow things back down. We scare you back to the safety of the familiar.
Okay. Well, nothing about this is familiar, and it's not scaring me.
Whisper evils and destructive mantras to the most dangerous of your kind to ensure progress slows. Because the longer you stay afraid, the longer you live.
Okay.
To put it simply, once mankind isn't afraid of us anymore, everything will come to an end. Humans are doomed to explore, and once mankind makes the last discovery, once mankind reaches the edge of the map, you'll fall off.
What are you saying?
So if there's one thing that is certain amidst this infinite cosmos, it's that for all of time, our relationship is shepherd and livestock, as we set the pace to the slaughterhouse.
Okay.
In that context, outer gods and humans being romantically involved is beyond taboo. It's upsetting the natural order and is a conflict of interest, to say the least. Now, all of this I can forgive because my troublesome nieces led you astray. I know you didn't mean to participate in such a grave taboo, right?
I guess I didn't know, but I totally meant it.
Then we can work together to ensure it'll never happen again.
Well, if everything's gonna go back to the abnormal, what's one more?
You're familiar with these books, yes? I had one made for just this occasion.
Ooh.
Do what needs to be done. Perform the Banish Moo ritual.
Banish Moo? What will it do?
Moo is the bookmaker, so it will prevent eldritch gods and humans from dating ever again.
Okay, well, counterpoint. How about a smooch? I'm sure you've got lifts in there somewhere.
No more books can be made, and the entity responsible for bridging the gap between our realms will be destroyed.
That
Our
doesn't sound good.
relationship will return to strictly business, in a manner of speaking.
Well, if it's already gonna do that, then, none of this really counts. I don't
Do
want
not force me to remind you the grave seriousness of the situation. I promise you've never seen anything like what I can do. Well, what are you waiting for?
I'm back again.
Perform the ritual.
I see this smooch bar up here, and I got a sneaking suspicion. I had a question
What
first.
is it?
How come you're so tall? The other gods I've met didn't have so much trouble standing in my bedroom.
I'm not always this tall. Sometimes I'm shorter, sometimes I'm taller. I have over 1,000 forms.
Guess I need to do another. Can I see him? Please. And this one is a 2-story tall cat girl in high heels?
37 of my forms are.
That checks out. Okay, cool. Well, this is great and all.
You know what I wish I could do?
I'm just
When I
gonna,
click
take
this
a
thing to
shower.
open a new window, it would open it on a different monitor other than the main display monitor.
Oh, blue.
I'm sure there's a way to make that,
I'm gonna step
happen.
outside.
but I haven't figured it out yet.
Pick it up. Well, that's not the city. Nah, who needs the city? I've got a 2-story tall, 2-story, like 1.5 story, I think. Well, I don't know. It's hard to say. You got a hat? All right. I'm so sorry. She forced me to make this book. She said she'd spare me if I let you banish me instead. To destroy me, draw this symbol and chant moo. Goodbye. I hope that love will be your black fire in total darkness. Interesting. Ah. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Uh-huh. Yep. Okie dokie then. Okay, black light in total darkness. Okay. So you say. All right. Black light in total darkness. I mean, not total darkness. Oh. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Oh.
Nuke's top fart? Was that a result?
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. The lights go out and won't turn on. You were cursed by tenebrosity horror. If you feel a burning sensation in your blood and your...
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. The Atami Clinic. Korean paranormal enthusiasts Paku and DJ from the YouTube channel Boro Boro live in Japan and are big fans of Japanese urban legends and ghost stories. For one of their videos, the duo sets out to investigate a known paranormal hotspot in Atami City, Shizuoka Prefecture, Japan. It's the abandoned old Silver Villa Atami Clinic. The hospital opened its doors in the mid-1980s and served as a long-term care facility for the elderly and terminally ill. The clinic closed in 2009 and has been left empty and abandoned ever since. During its operation, many patients passed away inside these walls, and some of their lost spirits are still said to roam the hallways at night. Friends Paku and DJ record as they head inside the old clinic to explore. Almost immediately, things start to get weird.
잘못 들은 걸 수도 있고 저쪽에 일단은 지금 좀 다행인 게 뭐냐면 병원이 그렇게 넓지가 않아서 우리가 움직일 수 있는 동선이 좀 짧게 칠 수가 있어.
Paku and DJ hear a strange sound coming from somewhere nearby. They're still near the exit, so they're not particularly alarmed just yet. They head even further inside, but then things take a chilling turn.
I mean, I'm not trying to minimize their panic or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure there could be homeless people living in there, right? Okay. At least they acknowledge that.
Paku freaks out as later he explains that he felt something touch the side of his ear. Then they both hear a loud thud and make a run for it. Eventually, they calm down and head back inside to continue exploring. That's when Paku spots something downright terrifying.
안쪽 병실까지 빨리 한번 찍어보자. 왜? 나가자.
Paku first freezes up, then he takes a Polaroid photo, and then just makes a run for it. Back in the car, he shows his friend what he saw and captured on camera.
안쪽 병실까지 빨리 한번 찍어보자.
I mean, okay, yeah, for real. That could just be a person that squatted down there, right?
Did you see it?
Yeah, I
A
did.
small dark figure can be seen at the edge of one of the hospital beds. Within only a split second, the dark figure just disappears.
I mean, I wouldn't say
It's a Polaroid
disappears.
photo, but
Could have just
nothing can be
flattened
seen.
its ass out on the floor, right?
So, did the friends capture the spirit of a patient who passed away inside the Atomic Clinic years ago? Let me know what you think. You
I
watch
don't know,
this
man.
entire investigation over on the YouTube channel Boro Boro. Meanwhile, on TikTok.
More than 150 years old, the Anson Call House is known for its ghost stories. A family that lived here for close to 20 years says there's no question this place was haunted.
On Halloween night, paranormal investigation team Paranosis hosts a live event on their TikTok page as they investigate the allegedly haunted Anson Call House in Bountiful, Utah. The historic home was built in 1859 and was the home of Mormon pioneer Anson Call and his 5 wives. It is said that Anson was a cruel man and would lock his wives in the basement if they did not obey him. He eventually passed away inside the home. 84 years later, it is said that Ted Bundy kidnapped and held a woman in the Anson Call home before taking her life. Lead investigator Bennett Rain and her team are broadcasting live outside the house when suddenly they all see something absolutely terrifying.
What?
There's like a knock on the, sounded like a knock on a window or something.
I'm done. I can't.
Trying to dress.
Freaking, that's where it was trying to
Dude,
What?
look at it! Look at it!
Oh, it is the freaking ceiling.
Holy shit, dude.
Heard someone talking. There's some girls out in the front. Okay, that's the freaking ceiling. Freaking.
Was that a ladder?
I don't.
Looked like a wooden ladder.
What?
There was a thing like smashing up against the glass.
Smash.
Was that in the front? Was that the front of the freaking house? What was that?
It's coming from inside. It hit the.
Wow, that's some intense shit going on in there.
This has been happening the whole time. These guys
That's been happening the whole time.
were in there. He's been banging on the window and the door. We got it on video too. Go on around the
Okay, I think I'm done. I need to get
God damn, dude.
help. Is that gonna break the?
I don't know. Is that coming from upstairs or downstairs?
So, okay, of course this could all just be fake, right? But in my opinion, this is more believable because of how quickly the bangings
Okay.
are occurring in rapid succession.
Okay, that's the freaking. I'm done. Okay,
We gotta go in.
And
you're gonna go.
that may not make a whole lot of sense, but, you know, usually whenever somebody's faking shit,
The remains of a
they
bed
put a
frame
couple
fly
big
up
bangs
towards
and then
the
they
ceiling.
stop, you know, if they set up some sort of rigging or,
To
you know, even if there are people inside that are trying to make this shit happen. But that banging is so loud and
Where the banging
continuous.
was coming from. This is for sure. Look. Look at that. That's what I saw flying around. I saw that in the window.
Yeah, that's what looked like a little ladder.
Now, this terrifying event was all captured live, and fans of the Paranosis team shared their recordings of the investigation on TikTok. What makes the footage even more compelling is that paranormal fan Ashley came along on the investigation, and she too
Peanut butter
captured
waffle.
chilling footage of the Anson Call home.
Ah, yes. The ever famous peanut butter waffle, known all around the world for her paranormal investigations.
Where's the neighbor? There's the neighbor. Oh my gosh.
What's up?
Do you guys see stuff a lot?
Like
Not really. I just hear things in my bedroom.
That's crazy. Nah. No.
Nah, you ain't gonna catch me living next door to that
My
house.
bedroom's like right on this side right here.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn, this sounded like glass breaking.
Oh my god. Yeah, yeah, the neighbor came over and was like, I know. Are there people in there? And they're like, someone's knocking on our, and I was like, no, like, I think it might be the vibration from this. The kid that came up to us, he lives next door, and he was saying that he never sees anything, but he hears
Miss Peanut Butter Waffle looks like she could be my cousin. I'm not gonna lie.
Was right next to the house, and he said he hears stuff all the time. That's why he came out running. But they did say the neighbors on the right-hand side, like the opposite side of him, they always see women walking around upstairs where a lot of that banging was happening. So, no thanks.
Now, with so many witnesses to these paranormal events, it makes you wonder whether the Anson Call home might be truly haunted, and someone or something from the other side was banging on the doors and windows in an attempt to get out. But as always, I leave that to you to decide.
So I'm like starting off with like the paranormal videos because I'm pumped. I follow Nuke, the guy who runs this channel, on Twitter, and he put a post out yesterday or last night saying that the videos that were submitted for his upcoming compilation were like amazing. And so I'm all like pumped to see it. I know it's not going to be until later today whenever he uploads it, but just kind of got me back into thinking about spooky shit, you know. And this is crazy. This kind of shit is crazy, man. This is what I'm talking about. It goes far above just the normal shit that occurs. Little instances of freaky shit that you can kind of catch out of the corner of your eye, and there's not great video about it. Again, this could be entirely fake. I have no way of determining it, but truthfully, this falls more into the realm of what I would classify as being legit, or more feasible than what you normally see. You know what I mean?
Casey Doster's TikTok page is completely devoted to sharing videos of his fishing and hunting trips in the Michigan outdoors, which makes this
Was that an
singular
actual
videos of his
deer?
fishing and hunting trips in the Michigan
Just
outdoors,
rolling up,
which makes
like, hey man, are you filming?
spooky video on his TikTok even more bizarre. Casey explains that he saw an abandoned house in the woods a few times as a child, but he had never been able to find his way back there again later in life. That is, until recently. It's already dark when Casey and his friend Ashton drive up to take a look at the house. It did not go well.
So, I want to take everybody back here. A place I knew about when I was a kid. Haven't been able to find it since. But let me tell you, it's an eerie place. I got to show everybody this now that I found it again. Brought my buddy Ashton with me.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. But, moon. I get a bad feeling every time I come in here.
Why'd you have to come here on a
I'd
full
imagine.
moon night?
I don't know.
Goodness.
So we should be coming up on it here pretty quickly.
Oh yeah,
There it is.
look at that.
I'm telling you, some bad stuff happened back here.
Houses left abandoned in the middle of the woods? No, sir. No, thank you.
All right.
Okay,
There's reasons for that, right?
Show you this place.
And it might just be because civilization
why is it tires
spread out too far and it's not really feasible to live in the woods, or it's too far of a drive. You know, there's multiple reasons, but usually people can find... Oh, that fucking tire swing movement. It could have been any critter. You know, it could have been a squirrel sleeping in it or something, and it jumped out whenever it saw the truck coming.
This is the eerie place.
But usually
There's
people
some
can
bad
find
stuff happened back here in the south.
reasons to live anywhere.
Juju here.
So when they don't live in a home and it's abandoned, there's usually other reasons. Ew, did you
Hold on.
see that
Go back.
shadow?
Huh.
There was somebody
It's gone now.
in the window.
Shut
I
up.
see something in the window, Casey.
Really?
There was something. Give me that light.
All right. Hey. Over here,
This is what I was talking about too. Whenever we were watching ghost videos last week sometime, There's a difference between a shadow, like your normal run-of-the-mill shadow, and what I would consider a spirit, because it absorbs all the light around it. It doesn't look like your traditional shadow. And it's the middle of the night, so shadows, you know, can happen, especially when they're holding flashlights and shit like that. But if you see this, when he runs it back, look at how it absorbs all the light around it.
Alright, come on.
Want to check it out?
Go ahead and go first.
Neither of you got... Nobody. No, sir. No, sir.
Go, get out of here. Hurry up.
Dude, I love the reaction too. He laughs as he's shitting himself. Look at this. Look at this. Look, see? Hold up. Let me run it back just a couple frames. Look at that. That's not just a normal shadow, okay? That's absorbing all the residual light, even the flashlight that's shining directly on it. It's just absorbing all that shit. It's not your usual run-of-the-mill shadow, man. Like, I'm sorry, you just can't tell me that's just a normal shadow of some kind. Plus, there's nothing between the light source and the window or the inside of it that would create that shadow. You know, there's just no way. Especially whenever they go back to the exact position that they're in right now, and it's gone. Completely gone. So, the only feasible way, and I'm not saying it's not possible because technology is getting much, much better at faking shit, and people are getting much, much more skilled at creating fake shit and making it look real. So this could have been like Photoshopped, it could have been some shit that they did in Premiere Pro or whatever, but it's really well done, in my mind. And maybe all of the instances of quote-unquote shadows that look like they're absorbing all the light around are just really talented people that are, in some way, shape, or form, creating this shadow effect to where it doesn't just look like your traditional shadow. It looks like it's absorbing all the light around it.
The old house. When they approach the building, a door slams shut and the friends just get out of there. Casey explains that some, quote, bad stuff happened in the house in the 1970s.
I think he said bad juju.
Doesn't elaborate on the story.
It's a technical term.
What did the guys catch on camera? Is it real? Or is it all just...
I would mark that one down in feasible.
You decide.
I can't say real.
Before we move on
feasible.
to the next video, if you see anything that you
feasible is about the highest classification I think I've ever seen.
Nukestop5@gmail.com.
No. Here, I'm sorry. I just said feasible was probably about the highest classification I've ever seen. I take that back. In terms of like videos, okay. I know he's not super big in terms of the number of followers, but Franco TV on YouTube has some of the best paranormal investigations in my mind. And I think I've mentioned him before, but I think what sets him apart from a lot of other investigation teams is he goes alone to these places. And first of all, the iron nuts that takes to do, especially whenever you... I mean, it seems like he believes in the shit. You know, he spends a lot of time doing paranormal investigations, and maybe it's just because he knows he gets the clicks. You know, maybe it's because that's what drums up the vast majority of his followers and the vast majority of his support. And I can respect that to a certain extent, but from somebody who's a legit believer like myself, and I'm assuming he is as well, to go into a place that is suspected to be haunted alone, because a lot of what he does too isn't just, you know, him investigating a place alone. He does it at night. A lot of times he'll, you know, use his night vision camera and have all the lights off around him and just have to look through the night vision camera in order to see where he's going. And he went to Penhurst Asylum. And he just recently did a video not too long ago at Waverly Sanatorium, which is in Kentucky, I believe. And it's one that's kind of local to me that I had always wanted to go to if I ever worked up the nuts to go do a paranormal investigation. But his investigation of Penhurst, okay, again, Penhurst Insane Asylum, it's like one of the most haunted locations in the United States. And what was fascinating and super convincing about the shit that he caught is it's all relatively subtle in comparison to a lot of the shit that you'll see that's presented as evidence, right? So you have to like have earbuds in or headphones on for the most part, or have the volume turned up pretty loud. But it's a lot of audio, okay? It's a lot of more subtle shit, but you can hear sounds occurring all over the place, from the left, from the right, and they'll happen like one right after another, to where, you know, if he were to coordinate this as a falsehood, he would need like 15 people to pull it off. And I'm not saying he didn't have 15 people to pull it off, you know. He could have hundreds of volunteers of people that are like, listen, you know, just in his fan base, that are like, hey, if this is bullshit, you know, let us volunteer. We can help you, man. We can help you pull off a really sick paranormal video and make it super believable. But I don't think that's the case. And I've watched that. Sorry, Pinhurst. I forgot the name of the place all of a sudden. But I've watched that Pinhurst video a lot. And it is incredible. If you, like I said, you put on the headphones, you pay attention, listen to some of the sounds, and you'll know what I'm talking about. And to me, like I said, you see a lot of these ghost videos, right? And it's real over-the-top crazy shit. And then you're like, listen, I don't think so, man. Like, I've been alive for 34 years, and, you know, I've seen one or two weird things, but I've never seen something completely overt like that. Now, again, I don't go seeking out locations that are supposedly haunted. But if this were as common as some of these bits of evidence are implying, then we all would have at least run into some crazy shit at least once in our life, right? So, to me, it's the more subtle shit. And a lot of times, when it comes to hauntings or the presence of spirits, we don't notice it because the indications are really subtle. And unless you're specifically looking for it, you can miss it. And a lot of people, that's the logic they give for why it's fake and that spirits aren't real, is because you only find evidence of them when you go in and look for it. So they kind of liken it to some sort of psychological situation where you know, when you're looking for something, it's there. You find it, you know. But truthfully, that's the way investigations go. I mean, even normal investigations, like when the police are looking for evidence, a lot of times they find evidence when they're looking for evidence, you know. Because you're committing your resources and your attention to one specific thing and you're trying to block out everything else. So, I mean, it makes sense that, yeah, you find evidence for ghosts when you're searching for ghosts. Now, I'm not saying it's not just, like, created in somebody's mind in a lot of cases. I know me personally, you know, people who suffer from, like, anxiety or panic disorder or anything like that, or even people who have, like, bipolar disorder or, you know, some sort of mental issue that creates hallucinations, right? Well, we all have the capacity, our minds all have the power to create hallucinations. It's just that, you know, the majority of people who don't suffer from severe mental conditions, our brains are wired and structured to prevent those hallucinations from being interpreted as reality. And there's, you know, in layman's terms, when you have a mental disorder that creates hallucinations, there's wires getting crossed or messages aren't being communicated properly, whatever the fuck it is, you know. But truthfully, me personally, if it's like super late at night and I'm watching something scary, I'm a grown-ass man. Even if I go downstairs and I start coming back up the stairs, I can, in my mind, it's like I hear somebody walking up the steps behind me. Now, if I hadn't been watching spooky shit, I wouldn't have interpreted it as that. And the way that I calm myself down is knowing that the way that, I don't know, physics works, I guess, is as you're walking up the stairs, and me being a big guy, you know, I'm pressing down on the steps, it's depressing the wood that makes up the step. Things are compressing and bending, and as my weight comes off of that step, when I move to the next one, it relaxes, right? And there's likely to be sounds, audible sounds of that step relaxing, and my brain's interpreting it as there's somebody walking behind me, and that's not the case. So yeah, that's exactly what I mean. But just because people are looking for the evidence and finding the evidence doesn't make the evidence not true, I guess is what I'm getting at.
Paranormal investigators Kevin and Fabio from the YouTube channel Archivo Extinto are back on another exploration at an allegedly haunted location in Mexico. This time they find themselves at an abandoned orphanage with a very dark and tragic past. Long ago, the priest and founder of the orphanage was accused of horribly abusing the children in his care. The priest was forced to leave and was never seen again. No one knows exactly what happened to the children. The large decaying structure is now the home of a family of friendly stray dogs. Before they begin their investigation, Kevin and Fabio give food and water to the cute pups, and then the dogs seem to follow them around as they explore. As the guys look through the rooms on the ground floor, Kevin and Fabio hear something unnerving.
The dog's like, what? I mean, he's acting as if he heard it as well, but I'm sure the dogs have lived there long enough that it's become kind of normal to them to hear a little fucking child's voice. Yeah, the dog was like, hey man, there's a kid out here.
The two investigators are shook as they hear an unexpected childlike
You know what?
voice
That's always what people say, right? Dogs and children, or maybe not just dogs, but animals in general and children are more likely to perceive spirits, like visually see them or even audibly, right? So probably in the dog's mind, there's a child or children living there. You know, maybe the dogs can see them full out, like just normal people. And so that's why the dog's not freaking out. The dog's like, what? Yeah, it's the kids. They're living here. Like, you haven't even spoken to them. It's really weird how you ignore the children that are living here, you know? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe these dogs can see them as normal children and nothing wrong with it.
From somewhere in the darkness, Kevin and Fabio have no idea where the sound could have come from, and their anxiety begins to grow. As they continue searching through the creepy dark orphanage, they find a room on the second floor that immediately spikes their EMF meter. A walkie-talkie that Kevin has brought along suddenly picks up a bizarre, distorted signal.
No mames, Kevin. No mames. ¿Qué pedo? ¿Qué pedo?
Without warning, Fabio suddenly hears a breath coming from right behind him.
No mames. No mames. ¿Qué pedo? Vamos a dejar la night shift aquí.
After the incredibly disturbing sounds, the two investigators decide to leave a static camera behind as they continue to explore the building. A little while later, the camera records something chilling.
It almost sounds like labored breathing. It sounds like whispering from a child. right?
Creepy childlike breathing can be heard very close to the static camera on the second floor. That's when Kevin and Fabio's radio begins to act up once again and they hear a loud, audible groan. But that's not all that they captured that night. Because, did you see it?
Whoa.
The small shadow-like figure of a child can be seen standing on the ground floor, seeming to watch them from the shadows. The two investigators have no idea that they're being watched, but start to get creeped out enough that they decide to leave. They grab their equipment and get out of there.
Yeah, I think I would have as well.
So could it be that Kevin and Fabio captured the sad trapped souls of the children of the orphanage? Or could this be something else?
It's so crazy.
Something
It's so sad to think, man.
Let me know what you think. You can watch this entire two-part investigation with English subtitles over on the YouTube channel Archivo Extinto. Viewer videos. This next video was sent in by Danish Nukes Top 5 viewer Daniel Hertz. In the video, his father Henrik explains how 40 years ago, his own father was recording a video on 8mm film during a fun family outing after they hiked into a deserted area, deep in the woods of Denmark.
Det er et klip fra en film, som min far har optaget, da vi var for 40 år siden, da vi var ude på tur i skoven.
Later, when the family watches their 8mm home movie back, they spot something that they simply can't explain. Something downright creepy.
Oh no.
A strange woman can be seen standing in the distance, simply watching the family as they walk through the woods. Henrik Hertz says that this woman was not there at the time of the recording.
And see, of course, on 8mm film, you can't manipulate that, right? I mean, I'm not an expert in how to manipulate shit like this, but I don't think you can.
Så spørgsmålet er, hvordan er den dukket op? Er det et spøgelse?
So just who or what is this? Let me know what you think. This next video was sent in to me by Nukes Top 5 viewer Alexia. In her email, she says that early one morning, she and her husband were away at work, and no one else was home. But their CCTV camera captured something very strange happening to their cat, Kyo.
No, don't hurt the kitty cat, please. Oh no, goddamn.
Now, first off, let me make it clear that little Kyo was fine
Okay.
and not hurt. But it almost looks as if something we can't see throws poor Kyo into the air, and he falls against the kitchen chair.
He got booty scooched across the floor real fast, man.
No way that the cat could have managed to leap into the air like this, belly up and back feet first.
Yeah.
Could it be that something paranormal attacked poor Kyo? Let me know what you think about this creepy.
I mean, that's sad, man. I'm glad he's okay, the kitty cat, but you know, I've seen cats do some silly shit on accident. Like, you know, you see those videos all the time. The one that comes to mind immediately is the cat, and it's wintertime, and there's snow on top of the vehicle, and the cat's outside at the top of the windshield of whatever the vehicle is, and is trying to jump on top of the garage roof. And, you know, when he goes to jump, his feet slip, so he doesn't get any grip, and, you know. And the same thing... it's the one that's synced up with that song Sail. When the cat goes to jump, it's like Sail. Yeah, so I can think of several examples of that kind of thing. When the cat's trying to accomplish something, jump onto something or jump from something. And, you know, this is a slick floor. So, but the force that this cat is experiencing as it's sliding into the chair, you know, seems to come from some outside source. So I'm just trying to, in my mind, run through scenarios that the cat could have made happen on accident. But I don't know. This is pretty bizarre. I would ask if the husband or boyfriend was home, and does he hate cats? Because this looks like I scooted the cat across the floor aggressively. You know, I could see this being some asshole that did this.
Footage down in the comments.
And he's just like, dude, fuck you, man. Leave me alone.
4 years ago, a YouTube user calling himself Mr. Spouter posted 2 very strange videos to his YouTube channel before simply disappearing from YouTube. Mr. Spouter claimed that years ago some sort of paranormal presence had attached itself to him and would follow him as he moved from home to home. In the following footage, Mr. Spouter says that he was finally able to capture the activity on camera.
Right, banging again. It's like something on the stairs.
Oh, I didn't think he was speaking English. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's weird. It's not next door. It's like the what the There might be pipes in floorboard. Every time I look, there's nothing there, Lord. On the stairs, quick. Nothing there. F***ing dagger.
Ew. I hate that, dude. Now see, is this... I want to see and compare it against normal shadow. See that? See how it's darker than dark? You know, it's not just normal shadow. At least it doesn't appear to be. It looks like it's absorbing all the light that's around. So, in that context, to me, that's legit, right? I mean, in my usual definition that I try to apply to the shadows, you know, that to me looks legit. Because there isn't any residual light that's bouncing back off of it. Even the one that we saw earlier, where the guy was shining the flashlight directly onto the shadow, you could see where light was trying to be reflected from it. It's like a black hole. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that they explain black holes in outer space, how it just sucks in everything around it. To me, it's like that. It appears to be like that.
I need to turn the watch up. Freaking myself out. There's something banging then. Something like banging. I'm talking to myself.
Don't worry about it, dude. I do it all the time.
On these stairs. Dusty as I'm being a
Oh, that was his door squeaking. Kind of sounded like a kitty cat.
Is that a nip as well? No.
Oh, don't leave the door like propped like that, man.
What the
There's a bunch of weird shit. You know, again, could be dust. But that's a lot of dust.
Calm down. What the is that?
Oh god, poor dude.
What's that?
He's struggling. What?
Something over there.
What's hanging out of his closet? That looks weird. Eh?
What the
His response. What the fuck? And he's laughing.
Did you see it? In the room right next to the staircase, a small dark figure.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Abuser Mr. Spouter doesn't even see
It shadows a lot.
When he films the staircase again later, the unexplained apparition seems to have disappeared. Already freaked out, Mr. Spouter hears a strange sound coming from his wardrobe closet. When he turns his camera to film, he is shocked when a plastic bag on top of the wardrobe suddenly moves on its own.
See, that could have been rigged for sure.
What happens
The
next?
plastic bag.
Mr. Spouter announced that he had moved out of the house, but he has never returned to his YouTube channel to give any further updates.
Come on, Mr. Spouter. We need to know what's going on.
Remains a mystery. Thanks so much for watching. Please follow me on Instagram.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
On Twitter.
Let me find another good one.
And over there.
You know, they're all good. Let me put it that way. This is the last couple have been a little bit iffy. I said something about it, you know, when we were watching spooky videos last week or a couple weeks ago. The most recent ones have been subpar. And I know that he puts together these videos, you know, by searching and finding clips. And, of course, there's viewer submissions, right? And then I'm sure he gets quite a few submissions. And then he goes through them and he determines which ones are complete bullshit, or which ones are possible, you know, and things like that. Which I totally appreciate. Because, as somebody who honestly does believe in this kind of shit, I don't want to watch a compilation of videos that are obviously bullshit. You know, whether they be fake or, you know, there's a legitimate explanation that's pretty clear for what's going on. To me, they're in the same category. It's bullshit. I file it under bullshit. Okay? But what I love about Nuke's channel is he does a fantastic job of weeding that bullshit out for me and for the rest of the audience. So that we don't have to sit there and watch. Like, and it's no disrespect, but a channel that I used to watch a lot was Slapped Ham. Yes, that's the name of it, Slapped Ham. Alright, and it sounds ridiculous. But I used to watch Slapped Ham a lot. Sorry, I'm buying shit. I gotta get some more coils for my vape. And I need to get it done now and on the way, because it usually takes a week for them to show up and I'm running real low. Anyway, yeah, I used to watch Slapped Ham a lot. And again, I don't mean any disrespect to him or the channel. It's still really entertaining and he still has a vast audience, you know. But the videos that were included as part of his compilation, a lot of times it's pretty obvious that they're fake. Or not fake, just misinterpreted, you know, whatever words you want to use to describe it. But it falls into that category of bullshit for me. So, some of them are okay. Some of them are okay. And I'll still watch them, you know, just not as religiously as I watch Nuke's Top 5. And I think there's a lot of people that probably, you know, could understand my perspective. Especially, like I said, if you're the type of person who believes in this stuff or wants to believe in it. Beautiful. Okay, got that done. So yeah, in that context, I think that people will understand why I prefer Nuke's Top 5 to something like Slapped Ham. But, having said that, the last couple of videos on Nuke's channel, and he probably realizes, you know, that some of the clips are better than others, and that some of them, you know, I'm sure there's probably a part of him that when a week comes along where there aren't great submissions, or he can't find good clips, or all the ones that are submitted are suspect. And no, I won't abbreviate it to sus. Suspicious, suspect, you know. Because sus means something different now, colloquially. But yeah, if in his mind, if, you know, during a week he doesn't find great clips, he still tries to put up a video. And sometimes they just include compilations of videos and clips that it's kind of obvious that they're not on the up and up, maybe. And that's a bummer. But there again, they've definitely, I'm hoping this next one is good, the one that he's supposed to upload today. I just noticed something on my, no, I think it's okay. I was about to critique my layout. Hold up. This will just take me a second, and nobody's watching anyway, so I can afford to fix shit. What is it? I need this one. And this. And this. Let's see, what is that? Size or position? Probably size, I guess. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Just a minor little tweak, but I wanted to get that done. Alright, chat frame. Stand by. Again, it's just silly shit, but you know, it bugs me, so I want to fix it. 1, 2. Oh yeah, I think that's good. Break this down a little bit. Wonder how tall I had that on the other frame. Is that okay? 1380 negative 30. 560 835. Anybody that knows anything about Streamlabs or OBS and this kind of crap probably would understand. I'm tweaking the frames that I've got around my different elements, because I noticed they were a little bit off kilter. Here we go. Alright. Whoops, wrong button. There we go. Cool. When you see me like, leaning down to this, I'm trying to look closely at my monitor that I've got here and see how things align. But I'm quite a bit happier with that, I think. Yeah. Might do one more thing. Now that I've adjusted the pink frame, there's two elements that go into the frame. There's a pink one, and then there's a neon one that kind of gives the glow on the inside. So now that I've made one bigger, I need to make the other a little bit bigger. Oh, this is for the chat. Oh, crap. I didn't want to change that. Wrong one. I'm a pro. Okay, so not the chat. I want to go to the capture group and change the neon frame. Alright. What do I want to do? Make it like that. And positionally move it back some more. Maybe. You know what I could do? Let's do... Wait, I got it at -60. That's probably where I want it to be, huh? Let me check the other one for comparison. Yeah. Okay. So that's the vertical alignment. Right? Yep. So essentially I just need to make it bigger. Like that, and move it more to the left. Alright, I'm gonna make it taller. Nah, come on, Nick. Just leave it there. How tall did I have it here? 900? So 620, 900. Okay. I know it sounds like I'm just throwing out random numbers. Okay. Yeah, they're the same height. I bet you it's because the position of the pink one's different, huh? It's at -60 and -30. They're both at -30. Alright. I know that even visually it's like, Nick, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Like, I can't tell a difference. And it, truthfully, it's not that deep, for sure. So I'm just gonna let it go. The vast majority of what I wanted to fix got fixed, so. Alright, but yeah, let's go back and check. Oh, it's a good one. Let's check this one.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. Caught on CCTV. Facebook user Carly Tritzler shared a very bizarre video that was recorded by her CCTV camera outside her home in Canonsburg, Pennsylvania. In the video, a deer can be seen walking through her yard. But that's not all.
Oh shit, I can only imagine.
Bizarrely, a tiny dark little figure seems to be following the deer in the dark of night. Now, I have no idea what this little thing could be. Even after brightening the footage, it doesn't appear to be any kind of pet or wild animal. And whatever it is, it almost looks like it's walking on two legs.
That's what I was gonna say.
The mysterious footage remains unsolved, but I'm very curious to hear what you guys think this little
That is bizarre.
could be.
It definitely seems to be walking on 2 feet.
To remain anonymous, let's just call him or her Alex for the sake of the video. Email me about a CCTV recording captured at an undisclosed sleep lab during a sleep apnea test. Alex says that a coworker was monitoring a widowed female patient's sleep. And then this happened.
I'm going to start recording. Oh my god.
The alteration of her voice is incredible.
Oh my god, oh my god. Yes. It's gone now.
Now, to get a better understanding of what is going on, a bit of explanation is necessary. So the squiggly lines that can be seen at the bottom of the screen indicate that the woman has stopped breathing during her sleep. The mysterious pale figure then appears to reach out to wake the woman, after which she begins to breathe again.
Man.
Alex believes the apparition might have been the patient's deceased husband. Still carefully
Okay, so I understand, for so many different reasons, they couldn't have just ripped this footage directly from the source, because somebody would have lost their fucking job, and it's a HIPAA violation, could have gone to jail. I get that. However, when you're using one device to record footage from a different device, immediately it adds another layer of suspicion that if you want this to be a legitimate science ever in the future, you can't provide bits of evidence like this. It's just nobody's ever going to believe. Nobody with rational, scientific, analytic minds, is going to be like, yeah, this is pretty convincing. It's potato quality, man. And even though you can see some sort of translucent shadow figure or whatever, you can't say anything definitively. There's no way, man. You can't even tell.
Over her from beyond the grave. But what do you think this strange pale shape could be? Let me know down in the comments.
I'm going to start recording.
This reminds me I need to get a sleep apnea study done. Oh, dude, that altered gasp is amazing. That's actually more spooky than the translucent figure.
It's gone now.
It's going down.
The end of the road. Popular Guatemalan news reporter Vivian Vasquez is driving in traffic on her way to work to report the early morning news. But she will never make it to the news station, because Vivian herself becomes the tragic subject of the morning news when her lifeless body is discovered in a horrible car accident. Her family, co-workers, and fans are shocked and saddened when they hear of her sudden, tragic passing.
That's horrifying.
Guatemalan traffic police show up on the scene and record footage of the wreckage as evidence. But after the video is released to the public, mourning viewers and fans all hear something in the footage that is absolutely chilling.
What is that?
And this time, did you hear it? The anguished voice of a woman can be heard crying out in Spanish, "What did you do to me?" When watching the footage, it becomes clear that it makes no sense for anyone present at the site of the accident to be screaming, "What did you do to me?" Vivian's loyal fans believe that it was her anguished spirit crying out from beyond the grave. To this day, the Guatemalan authorities have not found the cause of Vivian's accident. Even stranger, Vivian's cell phone was never returned to her family.
Oh, yeah?
And no one knows why. So just what happened to Vivian Vasquez? And what are your thoughts on this bizarre and tragic recording? Let me know down below.
I can't speak too heavily to the cell phone not being returned. I mean, of course, people are going to immediately assume that it's some sort of cover-up or whatever. Which it might be. I mean, it definitely might be. I don't want to sit there and say that that's not possible. It certainly is. But it could be attributed to something much more benign. Like, they're incompetent and they lost her phone. You know what I mean? Something like that. I try to give... I don't know. I wouldn't say give... Well, I do try to give people the benefit of the doubt. But in terms of, like, what's going on here, I don't immediately jump to conspiratorial, I guess you could say, reasons for this kind of shit, of why her phone's gone. It could be that her manager at the studio was texting her while she was driving, and maybe was being a gigantic asshole. You know, there could be a bunch of reasons, and maybe the guy who owns the television studio that was texting her, you know, is buddies with somebody of the local authorities, and, you know, so there's so many things that could have been occurring. But as far as like that voice, that's fucking sad, man. And again, I'd chalk that up under plausible. Because, like he said, there's nobody in this scene during this recording that would be speaking in an anguished voice saying, "What did you do to me?" Like, it just wouldn't make sense. It could be completely fabricated, of course, but that's really sad if that's true. Like, let's say it's 100% true, and it was her. It's her spirit. After she died, calling out in anguish. That in itself is horrifying and incredibly tragic.
The Lurker in the Woods.
So this is vlog 1 today, my first vlog ever, woohoo!
Travel vlogger Mihaela from the YouTube channel Mihaela Claudia P records a road trip through her home country of Romania and makes a stop at one of the most haunted forests in the world, the Hoia Baciu Forest in Transylvania. Local legends tell the story of a girl who disappeared in the woods only to reappear 5 years later with no recollection of what happened to her. Another story is that of a shepherd who, along with his sheep, completely vanished in the woods, never to be seen again. Mihaela arrives at the forest at nightfall and is all alone as she nervously makes her way through the woods. Everywhere she goes, she finds the skeletal remains of animals, but it's something else that she should be much more worried about. Mihaela might not be as alone in the woods as she thinks.
Yes, I am that crazy to walk alone in the so-called most haunted forest in the world, and I'm very scared of wild animals. I have to admit I'm terrified, and I do not know where the exit is. Basically they told me that the legend says that a shepherd went into the forest with the sheep and he never came out. That's the actual legend, and that's why this forest has this fame of the most haunted, because he went in and he never came back. And yes, you saw the footage with the sheep that's dead, that's a skull, a sheep skull that you saw. And if you don't believe me, you can check yourself the legend. What the hell is that? I can hear something. Honestly, I'm terrible. What the hell is going on? Okay.
Mihaela begins to hear the disturbing sound of footsteps in the leaves. Someone or something is coming closer and closer. She makes a run for it and makes it safely back to her car. But did you see it? Because not long before Mihaela records the rustling sounds of someone moving through the woods, a dark figure appears to be lurking around in the trees behind her, just watching. The vlogger says she never saw anyone and has no idea who or what this creepy lurker could be. So are the stories true? Is the Hoyabachu forest in Transylvania really haunted? Or is this just some random creep stalking Mihaela through the dark, abandoned woods? You decide. You can find this video and more over on the YouTube channel Mihaela Claudia P. The Forbidden Room. Popular Japanese paranormal YouTube channel Omega Toki Film received a horrifying video from a woman who wishes to remain anonymous. They refer to her only under the alias Nakayama. Nakayama claims that her grandmother had a very strange but strict rule for anyone visiting her home. Never go upstairs. Nakayama claims that she has heard creepy sounds coming from the second floor and once saw a shadow figure quickly passing through the hallway at the top of the stairs. After the creepy experience, Nakayama was told the sad story of her grandmother's sister. Almost 40 years ago, the sister was living upstairs on the second floor. She was happily engaged to be married. However, the engagement was broken off by her fiancé right before the wedding. Soon after, the heartbroken woman went missing and was never seen again. Her room on the second floor has been locked and off limits ever since. Nakayama is now a grown woman, and her grandmother has since passed away. As the last living relative, she now owns the property and is considering selling it. One evening, she goes to her grandmother's house. Gathering her courage, she records a video as for the first time ever, she goes up to the second floor and approaches the locked door of the forbidden room. That's when things take a truly terrifying turn. The eyes of someone or something can be seen peeking out through the crack of the locked door. When paranormal investigators Hiro, Tomo, and cameraman T see the video, they are shocked. They decide to visit the creepy allegedly haunted house to investigate. With Nakayama's permission, they take the lock off the door upstairs and go inside the mysterious forbidden room. The room inside appears to be rotting, and the team finds old photos of a woman wearing a kimono. They also find some very strange objects, including a doll, a covered mirror, and a traditional Japanese dress hanging from a cupboard. The Omagatoki team begins to get a strange, unsettling feeling
I'll
that
be right back.
something
I'm gonna
is
go use
very
the
off
bathroom.
about this room.
怖いねこの部屋。
空気はやばい感じがするよね。なんかこの部屋ちょっとおかしいぞ。おかしいよ。でもこんなさ、こんな写真撮るまで、話が進んでて破談した。まあそういうことを、その話を信じるならね。これちょっと中野さんにさ、もうちょっと詳しく聞いた方がよくないか？これちょっと異様だって。おかしすぎるって。普通じゃないよ。だって。普通じゃない。この写真ってさ、あれでしょ？結婚式のそんなドレスでしょ？今顔が今ちょっとこっち見方見て分かんない。やめてよ。これ今顔が
The face of a woman in one of the creepy old photos appears to move to look back at the team. The three friends are getting more and more freaked out, but they try to stay calm for the sake of their investigation. But things are about to get even scarier.
なんでどうしまった？わかんない。なんでしまった今？開いてたよね。開いてたよ。開いてた。誰かいるの？いないです。いや、いないよ。いるわけない。いない。
The door to the hallway suddenly slams shut even though no one is there. The Omagatoki team is a bit freaked out and feel that they should probably end their investigation very soon. But what happens next is downright chilling.
いや、人影を見て俺今。すいません。誰かいます？ちょっと開けますよ。びっくりした。どうされたんですか？お一人ですか？中を見に来られたんですか？いや全然、まああれもしあれだったら、全然。いやまあ別に。買ってあったみたいな感じですね。本当マさんも初めてなんですよね、ここって。マさんは初めてですよね、入られたのって。マさん大丈夫ですか？なんか体調悪そうですけど大丈夫です？様子が。やっぱりおばあちゃんのせいだったんですよ。なんで？これ何？ちょっと、皆さんちょっともう行こう。
Ew. I love how the voices are altered sometimes. I know I was talking about this earlier with the lady in the sleep apnea. But the Japanese ones, you know, they've got the strict privacy laws. truthfully, I appreciate. Stop laughing.
The three friends are baffled and shocked. They have no idea why Nakayama is suddenly acting so bizarre. The guys decide to leave, but they don't feel right about leaving Nakayama alone in the house. So, they return to the home. But when they go back inside, they discover that Nakayama has disappeared. After a little discussion, investigator Tomo feels confident enough to do a solo investigation inside the forbidden room.
Wait. Some chick disappeared inside the home, but yet you're okay with just being in there?
Stays behind with
by yourself?
But a camera. It did not go well.
I can't imagine why. There's no way I would have predicted that. There's a big cupboard. It's probably got a woman hiding in it, truthfully.
さっきからなんかボソボソ喋る声とすっごい視線をね
Yeah, it's that woman hiding in the cupboard. I mean, where do y'all think she disappeared to?
今隣のタンスに誰かいるこの隙間から誰か覗いてる
Yep. There's a woman. Oh, okay. There's no Japanese woman hiding in there? Are y'all sure? I'm sorry, I'm being presumptuous. They could be Chinese, but with the voice alteration, I assumed it was because of the strict privacy laws, and typically that comes out of Japan, I think.
And together, they open the door.
Go lay down, dude.
No one inside.
Go lay down. Or go eat if you're hungry. There's food right over there, okay?
And they get out of there. After this investigation, the team says that they have made multiple attempts to reach out to the woman, Nakayama. But they haven't heard from her since. So just what is going on inside this creepy house, in this creepy forbidden room? You decide. You can watch this full 2-part series with English subtitles.
Very unsettling, for sure.
Omagatoki Film.
But I wouldn't put this under my plausible category. It's well done. Production value's great. You know, but it's like spooky video type shit that you would see in a scary movie.
TikTok user Ashley Rain has only ever...
I have that same shirt that small child's wearing.
And all of their cute cats.
Oh god, I love the cats. Anyway, but yeah, let me run it back. This red.
On TikTok. TikTok user...
This red shirt with the black sleeves. I have it. I've had it since like 2005. And it damn sure don't fit me. But I still have it. I think the main reason is sentimental value, of course. I kept it because it was the shirt I was wearing when Lily was born. Plus, it's a nice shirt to wear underneath, like as an undershirt for a button-up or something like that.
Ashley Rain has only ever posted videos of her family and all of their cute cats. But this next video is completely different from anything she has ever posted before. Ashley claims that late one night their motion-activated security camera caught something truly bizarre.
Yeah, that's like something peeking. And the cat sees it. That's spooky because, truthfully, it's like you can see hands, right? Like the biggest portion of it looks like a head, but above it and below it on the door frame, you can see hands. What look like hands. So it kind of implies that it's completely horizontal against the door frame and like peeking out like this, and the cat's like, the fuck are you doing, man? You know, which could imply a couple things. It could be a friendly spirit that's just playing with the cats, I'm just gonna go with that one because I don't want to imagine that it's harming the cats. It's creepy though, for real. One of its hands just flew up to the ceiling. It all flew up to the ceiling. I think I'd be moving.
One of Ashley's cats seems to be staring at a bizarre translucent apparition with glowing eyes that appears to be staring right back at the cat.
Where are the glowing eyes?
It just looks like the cat's owner playing peekaboo. But then the pale figure
I see him now.
Suddenly just floats up toward the ceiling before vanishing into
I don't like that, man.
Curious TikTok commenters believe Ashley's cat might have been trying to protect the home from an unwanted dark entity. Ashley says that the family has since moved to a new home and is happy to be out of their old house.
Because even if in a certain context this isn't considered a hostile spirit, that's still something that's clearly in your home and floating around when you're sleeping. You know, just the imagining this thing like over top of you while you're sleeping. No, sir, no ma'am, no thank you. I think I'll just move on. You know, I don't care if it is friendly. That's sad. That's sad if there's a spirit that's locked to the house or the property, but just nope. There's like real world shit that I have to deal with. Let alone paranormal stuff. I don't need that, okay?
Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
I would put this under plausible for sure.
Simon Lockhart is a security guard at a hotel in downtown Providence, Rhode Island. Simon sent me an email in which he says that a few months ago, a man tragically lost his life at the hotel. He says that ever since he has been experiencing strange supernatural events during his security shifts. As the paranormal activity intensified, Simon began to record evidence and post it to TikTok.
So I'm in the bathroom right now.
Taking a shit?
I might go in the bathroom if you're
Okay,
wondering.
thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
I'm hearing like...
What are you doing in the bathroom then?
Outside of the door.
Just a good spot to record, I guess.
And I didn't put the camera.
Damn. That was loud as fuck. It sounded like somebody slamming on the door from the outside while he was in there.
No.
Or one of the lockers slamming.
Only 2 weeks later, this happens.
I swear to God, I heard like a woman talking in here.
What kind of earbud is
I
that?
heard a woman talking.
Whoa, fuck that, sir.
Oh, no. No.
No, that's not in the job description. That's not in the job description.
The loud bangs and unexplained voices turn into something much more sinister.
No, dude. That clearly said get out. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, right? Whenever I was talking earlier about coming up the steps and your mind tricking you into thinking someone's following you. This is different. You know, the stairs that I'm referring to are made out of wood, and they do flex under my big ass, and then they do relax as my big ass moves to the next step. These steps are different because they're like concrete, right? They don't do the flex like the wood ones do. Plus you can hear like shoes or boots falling onto the concrete. This is different.
Hello?
Could it have just been somebody in the stairwell that was shy and doesn't want to respond to the hello?
Oh my God. What the f?
Wait. I'm sorry. I was running my mouth during that.
Oh my god. What the
Nope.
Bro.
Me and the mic both are like, nope. It was running straight up at his ass.
No.
Simon records as something that he can't see seems to charge up the staircase right at him. But did you see it? Simon's concerned TikTok viewers point out something that he missed in his original video. Something downright chilling. Watch again.
Oh my god. What the Bro.
It looks as if a face can be seen watching him through the window
Okay,
of the door.
yeah, like I said, it could have been somebody shy who was legitimately in the stairwell.
There was no one around, and he didn't see anyone at the window at the time.
Well, I guess he didn't hear the door shut either. You would have heard the door shut if there was a person, right?
Over the course of several months, Simon continues to record everything he experiences. Then late one night, the security guard is sent out to the hotel's restaurant after reports of some very unusual activity. It really did not go well.
I'm over at the restaurant right now that's connected to our hotel. The door's been wide open. And they said they've seen lights going on and off in here. This is the attic area. Very, very narrow stairs, and I just smashed my head on this freaking pipe.
Ow.
Hello?
God
oh my
damn, fuck God. That. Now you gotta go look. Yeah, do your security job. I know it's scary, but make sure there's no actual person.
There's no one here. There's no one here.
Okay, that's problematic.
Nope.
That's problematic.
Okay.
Okay. Something pulls on my shirt.
Just leave me alone.
The nervous security guard hears someone say the words, "Get out."
Yeah, and that's twice, right?
Something or someone pull at his shirt. In a panic, Simon tries to descend the steep staircase as fast as he can.
Did he fall?
But he actually slips and breaks his ankle.
God
as
damn.
Always, whether it's all
oh my God.
I leave it to you.
That sucks, dude.
But either way,
broken ankle. That shit hurts, dude.
And you can follow his story.
Oh no, Simon. What's his TikTok? It's Simon.
Stuff and extra clips over on my Instagram.
I need to follow him. I need to follow him because that's pretty interesting. But you know what's going to happen is at some point, well, I guess if he gets enough followers like on TikTok and, you know, maybe sets up like a YouTube channel and can start generating income from it, he might continue working that job just for the content. But at some point, he might just, any legitimate person is going to fucking quit. In which case, the content's gone, you know. Had that happen. There was somebody else that was included as part of one of Nuke's top 5 countdowns, and really great content. It was a younger guy. They lived in a home, him and his family. Crazy shit was happening, and they eventually moved out of the home. And that was that, you know.
Regular part of her life. Tammy believes that a dark entity has attached itself to her and follows her from home to home, no matter where she moves. Tammy is so intent on capturing evidence of the supernatural activity that she experiences on a daily basis that she set up multiple motion-activated security cameras all around her home in Mountain House, California. For the first time ever, she captures what she has witnessed firsthand.
That's the name of the city? Mountain House?
On camera.
Okay. No, the kitty. Oh no, kitty. Kitty, run away. Okay.
Her cameras capture extreme poltergeist activity as furniture and objects move on their own. And then, most terrifying of all, a pale figure can be seen looking out from behind a wall.
Yep, I'm not a fan of that.
These incidents are just the beginning of what Tammy captures on her cameras.
Fuck.
On January 30th, 2020, Tammy packs up her life and moves from California to her new home in McKinney, Texas.
All right, good. Got out of that house.
Immediately after moving in, the paranormal activity starts up once again, and the events only seem to get worse as Tammy, her cats, and even her dog are terrorized by the dark presence in her home.
So he's literally been standing there now for about 10 minutes. Won't come when I call him. Hasn't moved at all.
But he's staring at you.
Just keeps staring in here at me.
Is there something between you and him?
Really kind of creeping me out.
It came flying out of this thing? Holy shit. Nice shot. Is that a voice that scared him, or?
Tammy's cats seem visibly spooked by something we can't see. And as her cute little doggy is alone in the kitchen, a fork suddenly launches from the dishes in the kitchen sink.
I believe that's a spoon.
And lands in an empty frying pan. Another area in Tammy's new Texas home that seems to attract a lot of supernatural activity is her bedroom, where she keeps a collection of antique dolls, old photos, and clothing in a wooden and glass display.
Yep, I'd burn it. Look at... Okay. I don't have a problem with collecting historical items. I love history, man.
Over the years, Tammy has captured countless motion
But when you're being
videos of
pestered
terrifying activity in her
by
home,
spirits everywhere you go, every home you move into, you might want to consider Nomine Patri et Filii Spiritus Sancti, you know, like getting it blessed. If you are absolutely refusing to let the shit go, you might want to try to cleanse it. Okay?
seems to have returned with a vengeance.
That one's Nope City. Is this a window or is this a shower? Oh, it's a mirror, isn't it? Isn't that a mirror? Over top the sink? Or is that a bathtub? I'm sorry, I keep having to run it back. Yeah, is that a small bathtub? But, yeah. I think so. Yeah. I think it's just a wide angle lens that makes it look like a... It makes it look smaller than it really is. So, window? In which case you got somebody outside looking in? Yeah, because I don't think it's a mirror. Maybe he'll explain.
A strange mist seems to appear in Tammy's kitchen, living room, and bedroom. Creepiest of all, the same pale figure that she captured on camera in California seems to appear in her new Texas home's bathroom mirror. So what do you think is going on in Tammy's home? Could a dark entity have made a connection to her and now be following her from home to home? Never stopping?
I mean, I don't know. Did you do anything wicked that would make you think that a dark spirit is attached to your punk ass?
Tammy's paranormal
Or
experiences.
is it, do you just own a bunch of old historic shit?
And her YouTube channel?
I mean, I truly believe that spirits can attach itself to stuff like that.
Popular Japanese ghost hunters Gachan, Daichan, and Yasuke from the YouTube channel Clip Store are contacted by a viewer who tells them the story of the historic Sabukawa village in Miyazaki Prefecture, Japan. The small Japanese village was built way back in 1597 in a remote area high in the mountains. The mountain village had no roads and was a bit dangerous to travel to. So by the mid-1900s, many of the villagers began to leave the settlement. By 1989, the historic 400-year-old Sabukawa village was completely abandoned. An anonymous viewer tells the ghost hunters that a few years ago, a friend of hers went to visit the decaying and empty houses of Sabukawa village, deep in the mountains. The urban explorer told her that he was confronted by an angry old couple who seemed to be living in the abandoned village. Strangely, they told him to, quote, leave and die. Allegedly,
that's a little excessive.
After his journey
I'll
through
leave.
the village in the bizarre meeting, the man passed away. Now, the viewer says that as inaccessible as the mountain village is, it seems very unlikely that an old couple would be living there all alone. So considering the odd encounter and the man's subsequent death, the viewer is convinced that the people that her friend met were actually angry, vengeful spirits. The Clip Store team sets out to investigate whether the abandoned Sabukawa village...
Alright, so, like, I really appreciate the fact that there are people out there like these guys who are willing to pack up their iron nutsacks and travel to places like this, because then it offers people like myself and other people who are interested in similar content the opportunity to see these places that we would never be able to visit, you know, whether it be because I can't afford to travel there or my balls are teeny tiny and I can't pack them up. But especially when you hear that somebody died after visiting this place, what the fuck is going through your head? But like I said, I appreciate that these guys are willing to go out there and investigate the place, because then it gives us some shit to watch, right? I don't want you guys to risk your lives, even if, you know, even if there's 1% chance that this is legit and these are vengeful spirits that somehow put a curse on this guy and he ended up dying. And I don't want you to risk it. That 1% chance is too big of a chance.
Might be haunted. When they arrive at the location, they realize just how hard it is to reach the town. They have to leave their car and continue hiking on foot.
Yeah, I hope you rented like a 4x4.
The village, the team decides to split up and meet back in 30 minutes. They all set timers on their phones and go their separate ways to explore. In the dead of night, Clip Store host Gachan discovers the ruins of an abandoned school. What happens next is downright creepy.
It's just crazy, even if you remove the ghosts from the equation, that there's these abandoned structures in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, you're gonna get hurt, man. Be careful. Sounds like somebody running in there. Yeah.
走る足音みたいなしてる。は？めっちゃ。誰？誰もいるわけないけどさ。
Gachan discovers that the building is on the verge of collapse, but still from somewhere inside, he hears the sound of someone running, followed by the loud bang of something slamming or falling.
物音すごい。お、何？タイマー鳴った。いや、めっちゃ物音した。
Shut that timer off.
ちょっと待って。
God, it's like an alarm clock going off. Which, I mean, clearly is, but you know, it gives me that visceral reaction, like an alarm clock going on.
Gachan's timer alerts him that the 30 minutes are up, and then there's some strange loud bang from inside the creepy building that seems to agree. Gachan returns to the entrance of the village where he finds fellow investigator Yasuke. The two guys wait for their friend Daichan, but he just never shows up. The guys start to get worried and decide to go look for him. After a long search, they finally find Daichan in what appears to be a long abandoned house.
Daichan? 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 Daichan?
Daichan is confused and possibly dehydrated, just sitting there as if in a daze. but his camera is still recording. Fearing for
Dehydrated?
Daishan's health and safety, they decide to just get out of there and make the long hike back to the car.
I mean, I know they've been hiking for a minute, but
when they look back at Daichan's captured footage, they're shocked to their core. Daichan seems to have encountered something absolutely terrifying. This is the footage from Daichan's camera.
はい、それでは大ちゃんは今からこの山の上に登って。この家めちゃくちゃ綺麗じゃない？今まで見た家より一番綺麗なんやけど、誰も住んでないよね。結構しっかり残ってる。
Yeah, there's shit everywhere. Damn. Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like an altar of some kind.
神棚置いてある。
Yeah, be careful, man. I don't want you falling through the floor. Oh, man. Ew, 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 ew. Fuck that face. Fuck her right in the face. Is that from outside or a closet? Either way, bucket. Probably outside. Either way, that was fucking creepy. Aren't you holding your light? Oh no, that's his night vision, I guess. Oh shit. You okay, dude? Damn. Yeah, you definitely did see something. Oh wait, no, that's a door. Is that a bathroom, maybe? I'm sure he's gonna, yeah, check it out. Oh my god, dude, the iron nuts on these people, I swear. Be careful, man, god damn, there's so much bullshit. It looks like there's... Ew, ew, is that a person? Oh my fucking god, I say ew. Oh. Careful. Oh. What? I couldn't really tell what that was.
John suddenly sees a bizarre pale face staring back at him from behind a door.
Dude.
In shock, he stumbles back and falls, but when he gets back up, the mysterious creepy face has disappeared. But then, as he turns around, he sees a man wearing a traditional Japanese robe, kneeling at a Buddhist altar on the other side of the abandoned home. Later, when his friends find him and Gachan walks outside, the same terrifying apparition of the man in the robe can be seen at the window.
I can't.
Watching him as he leaves.
I can't really make that out. Okay, maybe.
So did the Clip Store team capture real paranormal activity?
God, I hate that face, dude.
Village? Let me know what you
I think that's a pretty common fear among people. Seeing face just
more scary paranormal
through a window.
Over on the Japanese YouTube channel, Clip Store. Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included,
gives me the willies, man.
Contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. Ghosts of Carmel, Maine.
Hell yeah.
If you watched
This guy.
for very long, you know all about the YouTube channel Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. But for anyone new, here's a quick recap.
I forget this guy's
So
name.
a man named Kent Burris says that he and his family live in a house that is extremely haunted by multiple ghosts.
Yeah, this house is fucked,
Kent
dude.
has posted over 100 spooky paranormal video captures to his channel, Ghosts of Carmel, Maine.
He used to be a,
There he is, in the window again.
see, that looked like a t-shirt or a sweatshirt.
Oh my
God, dude, imagine turning around and that thing's on your bed.
In Kent's latest video series, he
But yeah, I think his home used to be a funeral home.
inside his haunted home, as he believes this might ramp up the paranormal activity and also make the incidents easier to verify.
This video is about being alone in the Lamb house for 72 hours. Because when you sleep in this house and you know there's other people in this house, you know, you question whether something was paranormal related, but you're not sure because there's other people in the house or the cats are in the house. Now, during this 72 hours, the cat stayed out on the porch the whole time.
Throughout the day and night, Kent captures multiple strange EVPs throughout his home, and some of the messages are truly disturbing.
I hate EVPs. See, like, you can't confirm that that's what's being said.
Female disembodied voice.
This is all interpretation, man. They're all just guessing what's being said.
And some of the supernatural EVPs that Kent captures even seem to be chilling threats focused directly at him. Now, as Kent is recording EVPs, he is also capturing video. When he reviews his footage later, he realizes that he captured something else in his house. Something absolutely horrifying.
Now, when I was doing the captions on these EVPs, I noticed something really strange by the steps. Well, I went to brighten it up and just to check it out, just out of curiosity.
Yeah, that's it's pretty jarring.
A dark figure with an odd distorted face seems to be peering at Kent from around the corner of a doorway, but it's so dark that he doesn't even notice. Later, Kent heads upstairs to film in his bedroom, but he suddenly hears an odd, unexplained noise right behind him.
Now, when I go through the door of the bedroom, I hear a strange sound behind me, and I turn the camera around really fast. Now, I didn't see anything there, but out of curiosity, when I was going over these recordings, after I saw what was captured on the stairway, I also lightened up the recording from when I spun the camera around, and there was another strange anomaly captured.
Why is it cut off so fast?
Kent hears the noise, and as he spins around, he captures an unexplained shadow that seems to descend the stairs and disappear from sight. So did Kent capture evidence of the paranormal in his home? Check out his full
I wonder what he was using for his EVP, because it didn't sound like the typical EVP method that a lot of investigators use, where it's just like an AM/FM radio that's quickly sweeping through the channels. It sounded a little bit different. And I know that there are people who are developing apps and stuff like that for the cell phone and different devices to capture EVPs. And I'm glad for that, because I don't I don't believe in the EVPs being captured through an AM/FM radio. I'm sorry, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. Because there's all kinds of shit that you can catch on AM/FM radio just sweeping through the channels. And you can take these little bits that you capture, whether it's like a bit of music or, you know, especially if you're using like AM radio, a lot of talk radio occurs on AM. And as you're sweeping through these different channels and you're capturing these little bits of each, and you can, oh my god, did you hear that? It said it's going to fucking plug my butthole with something pointy. You know, like you can hear anything. But whatever he was using sounded like, first and foremost, it sounded scarier. You know, I guess, like, more electronic. And again, it was probably an app. And again, these app developers can set the voice to come out however they want. So if they want it to sound creepy, they can program it to sound creepy, I would imagine. And again, in terms of like cell phones, do they have components within them that are able to pick up frequencies that are floating around and play them back, you know? Like, one of the apps that I had years ago was one part of the app had an EMF detector in it, where it could detect electromagnetic fields and shit like that. And what was weird about it is it did seem to work. Like, whenever I would go towards a power outlet or something that I knew would give off electromagnetic field, the meter on the phone would go up. But then I began wondering, like, how the hell does the phone detect that? Does it have, you know, the technology inside of it to determine if there's an electromagnetic field? And I don't know. When I looked it up, it's like some phones do, I guess, or they utilize some other component that's built into the phone for some other purpose. And they would say, okay, well, when this happens and it triggers this within the phone, that probably means there's magnetic field around. So I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I would imagine that if it becomes far more popular, then, you know, cell phone providers might include that shit as part of the phone. You're going to be paying more for the phone. But I can't wait for the first manufacturer, and maybe they already have, come out with a cell phone that is specially made for ghost hunters. You know, that has bells and whistles built into it that these ghost hunters can utilize while they're out on a ghost hunt. That'd be a good way to market it, huh?
Viewer videos. News Top 5 viewer Jordan Bai sent in a video that he took while on an exploration trip to Bodmin Moor in Cornwall, England. Bodmin Moor is a very remote 80-mile stretch of land that is full of eerie legends and historic abandoned properties and ruins. The area is so remote that Jordan and his friend James Wheeler had to walk 3 hours into the wilderness just to find it. One bit of famous folklore from this area is the gruesome tale of Charlotte Diamond, a young girl who in 1844 had her life tragically and brutally taken on Bodmin Moor. The man who took her life, Matthew Weeks, was hanged for his crime, and to this day it is said that both of their spirits roam the moorlands. So, Jordan and his friend James are taking videos of an abandoned home in the middle of nowhere in Bodmin Moor, and they capture something truly chilling. Did you see it?
No.
When the footage is slowed down, the face of a child can be seen looking into the window from the other side of the abandoned building.
Okay.
Jordan doesn't even notice and has no idea what he's just recorded, as the little face seems to just duck away from the window. The explorer claims that he and his friend James were the only ones there, and he believes that the face might belong to the restless spirit of Charlotte Diamond, the girl who lost her life there so many years ago.
It looked like a child though, right?
But what do you think this could be? Let me know down in the comments. In another creepy video, Nukes Top 5 viewer Yanis Tassis from the city of Kozani, Greece, claims that he was on his way home one night when suddenly he hears a very bizarre sound. He quickly takes out his phone and begins to record.
What the fuck is that? Well, yeah, I don't think I'd be hanging around much more, my guy. Yeah, it sounds like you're about to have a fucking conniption fit. I don't blame you, but what are you doing there?
Claims that the small structure is the entrance to the town's water tank.
Dude,
that whatever
what was the one? There was one that I watched a while back that was also a Nukes Top 5, but it was something similar. But it was in the Middle East, a village out there. They had a water tank or something like that. Pretty large structure, you know, for holding the town's water. And there was like screaming, like blood-curdling screaming coming from inside of it or some shit like that. Jeez, I wonder if I can find that one by searching. Oh man. Okay, let's see. I know this seems like a random search, but I love these people that are doing reactions to Nukes Top 5. I hope they're giving him props for it, because, you know, I'm kind of doing the same, but again, I'm a nobody. I don't have any followers really, you know, I've got just a few. And the title of my video says subscribe to Nukes Top 5 on YouTube.
So
I try to give him appropriate credit.
Anyone has ever sent me. Two guys claim that they're standing outside their house when one of them sees what he describes as a, quote, transparent man walk by. Now, the story alone might sound ridiculous, but when they run inside to check the security camera, there is actual video proof.
That's a f***ing trap.
Man, I just smoked my I'm good.
What do you mean you're good?
I need some Scooby snacks.
Right there. It's budget.
Ew.
Wow, that's just a trip, dude.
Yeah.
You barely.
You didn't notice nothing when you're out there? Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Goes out to the street. Keep it going.
You can see one of the guys actually watch the figure pass.
Yeah.
While the one closest to it is completely unaware. Now, I know that video compression artifacts can sometimes cause this type of thing, but note that the transparent figure is almost the same distance away as this guy, who is perfectly clear.
I'll have to look that up, man, because a lot of times it's chalked up to, or what Nuke says is, do you think that this is just a camera glitch? And I'm not well versed in cameras, okay, or videos or any of that kind of shit. But how often does that happen? Like compression artifacts and these different glitches that cause really weird shit like this. I mean, me personally, again, I'm just some dude, and I don't analyze video or anything like that. But is this a regular thing? You know, where there's some glitch or some sort of weird footage that's caught like that you can chalk up to a glitch? Because this don't look like no glitch. Not to me. Again, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
A turn for the worse. Reddit user Stalker the Zone says that he works as a hospital security guard. Late one night while doing his rounds, he noticed a wheelchair on one side of the hallway. When he returned for his next round, he noticed that the wheelchair was on the other side, even though no one had been in that area of the building. He started filming and captured this.
no.
After he noped his way out of there, he says that he didn't return until his next shift. And by then, the wheelchair had been put away.
See, no.
See, and that's why I call that more legit, too, because he first noped his way out of there, like Nuke said. And second of all, when he was, like, filming it, you could see he was getting agitated that nothing was happening. You know, he's like, he knows he looks kind of sketchy recording shit, and he's probably not supposed to be while he's on the clock and all that stuff. Especially being inside of a hospital and privacy rights and shit like that. So, like, what I mean is how that adds a little bit of credence to what he's saying, or to the evidence itself, is if it were set up and he were, you know, trying to create the shit on his own, he wouldn't have thrown those bits in. He wouldn't be like, come on, you know, trying to hurry along, and he probably wouldn't have noped his way out of there. He would have just been like knowing in his mind that it was fake and it was all set up. So, definitely plausible, man, definitely plausible.
Any other scary encounters since this incident? The House of Khalil. I featured Jordanian explorer Ihab Kasmia in another video, and for good reason. He has some of the creepiest ghost hunting videos online. In this video, he is investigating a place he calls the House of Khalil. As the story goes, a man named Khalil went insane and did away with his entire family in this house before ending his own life. It is said that Khalil's spirit still haunts the home. As he explores, Ahab begins to hear strange noises. And then this.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق يا كل شيء
Sees something that looks like a person peering through the window.
Yeah.
When he runs inside to check, nothing. But the creepy occurrences don't stop there.
وان بهاي المواقف بتكون الشغلة يا قاتل يا مقتول طبعا أعوذ بك.
Oh, no. See, and for them to just charge into this, ballsy, man, it's ballsy.
بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أعوذ بكلمات الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن.
Yeah, and to falsify this would take so much coordination, so much setup. You'd have to have a bunch of your buddies helping out, you know?
بسم الله بسم الله.
I can imagine, dude, especially in the Middle East,
Seem to notice some of the bizarre
being like, in a big way, the cradle of civilization almost, you know, where it's ancient over there. So I could see how there would be a large collection of powerful spirits that reside in the Middle East.
At one point, it actually looks like a face is peering at him through a nearby window.
Ew.
بسم الله تعال بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا جن تعال لا شو تعال قشعر بدني وحياطك.
Ahab decides to leave and investigate another abandoned house that is directly upstairs from the first one. But he feels like the ghost or jinn of Khalil might have followed him. As he investigates the house, he begins to feel like he can see something lurking behind him in the mirrors.
I remember this. I remember this one. It's not the water tank one I was thinking of, but...
مش عارف شوفوا زي ما أنا شفت.
Throwing shit at him.
لسه مش داخلين جوا صابني وجع راس كبير. هيا خلينا نحكي شوي مع الجن.
بسم الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
He's ballsy, man, to do that again. To do it the first time. But especially after you see some shit like that, and then to go back to doing the same thing.
And after that chilling experience, Ahab decides to just make a quick exit.
Yeah, I think that's probably smart, my guy. I think, probably a good idea to get the fuck out of there. Yeah, be careful now.
So did Ahab Kasmia see the ghost or a gem?
Oh, I hate that, dude.
Khalil?
That is so unsettling to see that shit.
You decide. Free Spirit. This next clip is a bizarre video that's been floating around the internet for a while. Uploaders claim that this video shows a possessed man at the moment a spirit leaves his body for a new home. There are very few details or even an identifiable source for this video, but it's definitely creepy. However, is it real or fake?
It's fake, but
well,
it's cool.
That's up to you.
It's entertaining.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Popular Dutch rapper Lange Frans claims that he has no fear of ghosts or the paranormal. So the Dutch TV program Phobiac decides to let him prove that by sending him into two of the most haunted places in Edinburgh, Scotland. The first location is a very bizarre, allegedly haunted house.
This is the 17th century house down here. This is probably one of the most famous places down here. Obviously, because we do have that, the fact the cement in the walls here, the plasterwork, was actually made from human cremation ash. So everything you see here was human cremation ash.
Why?
Another reason why people do think it's so haunted down here, because there's literally up to, what, a couple of thousand people here in the walls.
Like, why did they use that?
To his word, Lange Frans isn't spooked.
Is there like a practical reason to use human cremation ash? Or were the people just fucking insane that built the home?
Je voelde wat aan je voet.
Ik hoef het er niet op camera te
Wat zeg je?
Door de vette voetstappen hier.
Rot op.
Ja, serieus.
En je hoorde wel degelijk voetstappen.
Ja, zeg geen grapje. Vanaf verder zou hier echt naartoe komen lopen.
Ja, nee, ik zweer het je.
Het is nu officieel. Iedereen begint er gewoon helemaal de pan aan te flippen hier al.
The group next visits the Greyfriars Graveyard, which is supposedly one of the most haunted places in Scotland, perhaps even the world.
This is the tomb that seems to be the most active. It's the most notorious. We call it the Black Mausoleum. Most of the attacks seem to take place right at the back of the tomb.
Lange Frans still says that he's seen nothing even remotely frightening. In fact, he's now so cocky that he decides to sit in the haunted mausoleum all alone, leaving the film crew outside.
Here you go, man.
When they return to check
this is
on
when
him
shit starts
later,
going down.
It seems his attitude might have changed.
Ik weet echt niet hoe lang ik nog ga blijven, want ja, ik ben al lang blij dat het niet meer...
That's it. Being alone is rough.
Hoe jij dan? Kut, hè? Het is zo, als je hier binnen bent, je voelt iets op je drukken, zeg maar. En je bent hier niet alleen.
They fucking got out.
Ga eens naar binnen voor een gein, Olivier. Echt.
Echt een soort van een tikje zo op me. Godverdomme, het zal toch niet waar zijn? Denk ik, dat kan toch niet? Maar jij voelde het ook.
So one night,
So he wasn't even.
most haunted graveyard,
He wasn't even in there alone.
Lange Frans,
He had a cameraman. And still shit occurred. And that's what I was getting at earlier when I was talking about it. When I was talking about Franco and talking about how your mind, once it's looking for this scary shit to happen, your mind will create it and find everything that could feasibly be paranormal and then be like, yep, that's a ghost. Run. But truthfully, when you go into this shit alone, your mind's going to take over for sure. So even if there wasn't stuff happening that we would, typically be like, yeah, that's paranormal, his mind's going to take every little sound, every little tick, every little crack, every little creak, and be like, oh, that's a fucking ghost. And even, because like your shirt, your jacket, articles of clothing, they do adjust and do weird shit every now and again. And it can make it feel like somebody's touching you on the shoulder or on the leg or whatever the hell it is. And most of the time we just write it off as, that's my clothes doing something weird. But when you're in a scenario like this, immediately everything that's occurring is paranormal.
As always, thanks for
And
watching.
he was in there with another guy, with a cameraman.
Go to the Facebook page and hit the send message button.
All right, let me hit the back button from where I did the search. I know it was a water tank, or some sort of water receptacle. Yeah, and it was a while back. Maybe 2 years ago. Could be. Let's take a look. Wait. Oh, okay. That was a clip of The Haunted Side, which is another pretty decent paranormal channel on YouTube.
Caught on camera. A spiteful spirit. Over on the British ghost hunting channel Moxley's Crazy Adventures, the crew is investigating an old abandoned farmhouse that was built in the 1800s. The last person to live in the house is said to have been a lone farmer who passed away in 2007. Local rumors claim that this farmer had a dark interest in the occult. As soon as the ghost hunters enter the house, they begin to hear strange noises.
What was that? What was that? I have no idea.
Upstairs, the group decides to turn off their lights just to see what will happen. And it does not go well.
Gotta go lights out and do some calling out. Well, in the dark.
That wallpaper, too. It's incredible.
Completely on. Right, see if we can get some calling out.
Is there any spirits here with us? Did you make any bang for us?
Come on, do something. Do something to affect one of us. Whoa. What's up? What's up?
I just got pushed.
What?
I just got pushed. I got hit.
Really?
Yeah.
Slam that door, fellas, come on.
Right now, I've just been pushed. I got hit on my left arm, and I'm not very happy with that one. That one scared me. Very much did. And my light's not playing. Well, it's playing up, shall I say.
And that's fully charged.
It seems that whatever spirit resides in the house has a strange anger towards women.
Right, whatever it is does not like you.
I don't like it. Neither.
Come on, do something now, you coward.
Yeah, take it easy. God damn. I know you're fiending for content, but fuck. Let's have some respect.
Something on the stairs, then.
Oh, my eye's pounding. Right, stuff is happening here. Just stay close.
That's one thing that I really don't approve of.
And then
is don't be a prick
even more bizarre
when you're trying to get these people to, or these spirits to show themselves.
We're gonna go. Just be careful here, guys.
Hole in the wall. Just down here.
I'm sure that in their perspective, allegedly, the guy who lived here wasn't a great dude. So in their minds, it's probably not a big deal to be an asshole towards his spirit. But come on, man. They're dead. Like, they've passed on. Show like a little bit of decency. You know, and be like, listen, we're here, we're just curious, we want to see if we can find a way to document the existence of life after death. And we wanted to know if you would be willing to help us out. You know?
Which...
Oh man, I really hope they didn't fake that.
What's wrong?
Oh,
alright, love. What's up? What's up?
I just got pulled and dragged. And I'm not happy
Oh.
with that.
And she's not happy about it.
Oh, the camera's still rolling. The camera's still rolling. Guys, the camera's still rolling. I hope you've
Be
got
careful
it.
not to twist your fucking ankles in that floorboard that's missing.
That scared the life out of me. You okay?
No, I am pretty much not alright.
Guys,
And I don't like it.
The female member of the ghost hunting crew, Felicity, says that something pulled
I don't
her
know about
into
it.
the room and drug her across the dirty floor.
Which...
What the
What are the odds that this is real?
The team hears more noises in the house and heads
I mean,
downstairs
legitimately.
to investigate.
If there's somebody there, show yourself. We know you like to bully women. Bully one of us. Bully one of the men. Come on.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, is if she had legitimately been pulled and dragged into that room, I don't think she would have stayed. I think she would have been out. She would have been like, nope, no thank you. I mean, unless she's got iron ovaries, which is possible.
And after that, they decide that they've seen enough and make a quick exit. You can check out the team's full investigation over on the channel, Moxley's Crazy Adventures.
Oh boy, oh boy.
In the
I
cabinet.
don't know about that one.
In Mexico, a father goes into the kitchen to find his daughter, little Maria Jose, climbing around inside a kitchen cabinet, and she can't seem to find her way out. He pulls out his phone and starts filming the comical scene to show his family later. But he catches something very unexpected.
¿Qué estás haciendo? ¿Eh? ¿Qué estás haciendo? María José, te estoy hablando. Hey. Tote.
When the father reviews his footage later, he notices that a tiny, pale little hand seems to quickly reach out of the darkness, as if grabbing for his daughter's arm. So, is this a ghost caught on camera, or just some decent effects work? Let me know what you think.
I hope it's just decent effects work, because if not, holy fuck, that's horrifying.
On the haunted side, paranormal investigator Patrick and his cameraman Jason are investigating the infamous Truckee River house near Reno, Nevada. It is said that back in the 1940s, a family of 5 lost their lives in the house under brutal circumstances. All of them were the victims of a deranged drifter who broke into the house in the middle of the night. The Haunted Side team experiences equipment problems throughout their investigation, and some of these technical glitches are just downright creepy.
What's going up? There it goes again. My camera just shut off. Where are you now? Patrick. Patrick! Patrick, where are you?
I'm over here.
Dude, one of our night vision cameras has dropped.
It looks as if something just pushes the night vision camera over. Here's the view from the camera that was pushed.
Patrick.
Patrick! At some point, they begin to hear strange noises coming from the house's basement.
There's a basement?
Did you hear that? No.
The fuck?
I heard like a young sounding, like almost cry. Like, but like,
yeah, that's pretty good.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
What a weird sound, man.
I keep hearing what sounds like a little boy crying or like some kind of whimpering sound down in that second basement.
The guys head down to investigate.
Second basement? There's two basements?
Tell us something. Was that you?
No, sir, I haven't moved.
Please tell us something.
While in the basement, they hear some odd, unexplained sounds. But now, this is where the investigation
Man, what a shitty spot to be stuck in.
Off the rails.
You know,
If you think the haunted site
if they got murdered, if the whole family got murdered,
in the basement,
and now they are perpetually stuck
on camera
in this abandoned shithole of a house, that's really sad.
Realize is that we were about to capture something super creepy, and keep in mind it's only Jason and myself there. If you look closely, it appears that a hand is sticking out of the basement window, and as soon as we turn the corner, it quickly retreats back inside.
something that looks like a child's arm seems to be reaching out of the basement window. The haunted side team says that they didn't even notice this chilling sight until they watched their video footage back later. You can watch the entire investigation of the Truckee River house over on their channel, The Haunted Side Paranormal Investigations. Inside Out. Twitter user iPanzu says that his house is haunted. He claims that one night his motion-activated security cameras caught some absolutely chilling events. Someone seems to walk up and crouch down near the gate outside his home, and then simply vanish. But only seconds later, now inside his house, something even stranger occurs.
What the fuck?
The semi-transparent figure of a little boy runs by and seems to crouch down as if to pick up something. And then a chair flies violently across the room. iPansu has not reported any other paranormal activity after this single set of strange events. So is this a random haunting, or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
I don't know about that one, man.
The Cursed Land.
That's pretty prominent.
In this video, we're going to check back in with Saudi ghost hunter
Adventure
Allah. This video was compiled from two separate videos of Allah checking out an abandoned neighborhood of supposedly haunted houses. Locals refer to the area in the video as, quote, the Cursed Land. First off, Allah sees something bizarre at one of the abandoned houses and goes to investigate.
Bismillah. Bismillah. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
But when Allah tracks down the window that was opening and shutting on its own, he probably wishes he hadn't found it.
Whoa! Holy shit. That is exactly the way I would fucking sound if I were encountering shit like this
on
alone.
the floor, which he tries to move, but it won't budge.
It's a big old heavy boy. Oh, that's probably why it showed up in water tank as part of my search, because there's a water tank on the floor.
Bismillah. Bismillah الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه.
But later on, as Ala heads back to the room, the water tank seems much more mobile.
Ah, Christ. Holy shit, like the amount of effort that would take to pick up. It's got balls, man. I wouldn't walk near it. Holy shit. Oh my god. I'm so nervous for him. That shit has got to be heavy. Even though it's empty, you know. It's still a pretty large structure.
Ala has had enough and decides to just get out of there.
Yep. Can't say I blame you, buddy. There's a lot going on in there. Alright, let me, I really want to find this one. Alright, let's see, let's see if that helps. The title. Scream along to. This was 3 months ago? No, it was definitely longer. Laid back DFR. Looks like he's made his entire career off of reacting to Nuke's videos. I hope he's giving Nuke some kickback for that. Hold up. I'm trying to think about how long ago it was. I mean, I think like a year ago. Maybe it might have been 2 years ago, but jeez. What is this one? Okay, that's a year ago. Both of these are a year ago. Now we'll run through them. Just because they got Scream in the title. I mean, I'm sure that's why it came up in my search results.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera.
I just can't recall
from the other side
what I could do.
This next mysterious video was captured
to make it pop up in the search
in 2018. YouTuber and paranormal researcher Fourth Wall claims that the video was shared directly with him by a source that wishes to remain anonymous. The footage shows someone walking around an old traditional Japanese graveyard in the middle of the night. The anonymous source lives right next to the cemetery and says that he heard a dog barking loudly throughout the night. Fed up with the continuous noise, he goes to investigate. Now, there have been rumors of strange things happening in this particular graveyard. So, he decides to film as he searches for the barking dog. It did not go well.
Yeah, that dog would be very fucking annoying, dude. I mean, if you're going out there with the intention to find the dog and try to tell the owner to shut the fucking dog up.
You see it?
Why are you in the middle of the graveyard?
Right before he cuts the video and runs, a horrifying tiny little hand can be seen reaching out from underneath one of the graves.
He saw that?
I've zoomed and stabilized the footage, and as you can see, the hand is so small that it almost resembles that of a very young child. So is the graveyard haunted by a restless child's spirit?
He saw that. Like, and that's what
Or
made him take off running, you think?
Just an elaborate hoax. You decide. Restoration.
Looks like a mannequin hand.
In
His buddy
2014,
just
Matt West shared a very creepy
slid out and
video
back.
to his YouTube channel. Matt says that the video was shot by one of his friends who had recently bought an old house in Lumberton, Texas. Now, it should be noted that this house is said to be haunted by the ghost of a handicapped man in a wheelchair who lived in the home 40 years ago. Tragically, the man fell into the house's pool and drowned. Since then, many of the house's residents and visitors have claimed to see the terrifying apparition of a man in a wheelchair rolling aimlessly around the home. So, Matt West's friend was renovating the old house and was recording a before and after video of the house's restoration. When the man reviewed his camera footage, he was shocked to the core by what he found.
Yep, I saw that. Man, whoa, that was prominent as fuck. Holy shit, that was definitely somebody in a wheelchair.
Did you see it? As he enters one of the rooms, a figure in red can be seen moving in a doorway right in front of him. For some reason, he doesn't see the strange figure at all.
Yeah.
As he continues filming the room. Then, as he looks back, the apparition seems to float right by him without making a sound.
In a wheelchair.
Stranger, the creepy figure in red appears to be sitting in a wheelchair.
Oh, and like fucking booking it,
The
dude.
handicapped man who drowned in the swimming
Like he was
pool
getting
outside
it.
the home so many years ago? Or
Fuck, dude.
Or what?
Like I said before, if that's true, if his spirit is actually trapped there,
before we move on to the
that's
next
so
video,
sad.
if you see anything,
Especially when he's trapped in a wheelchair, man. Because you'd like to think that when you go to, when you die, that it's going to be like paradise, you know, if you believe in heaven and shit like that. Man, if you are trapped as a spirit in a wheelchair, that's bullshit. I mean, come on. At least heal this man back to where he wasn't in a wheelchair, and then maybe force him to exist as a spirit, I guess. You can get rid of the wheelchair, though.
School originally opened in 1857 and housed poor children who had committed crimes. Most of the offenses were nothing serious. In fact, many of the poor boys were in prison simply for begging for food on the streets. Nevertheless, the children at the school were treated like hardened convicts. They were forced to work at hard labor. The school/prison has now been abandoned for over 30 years. Local legend says that the buildings are still haunted by the lingering souls of the boys who suffered there. So, Brandon and his friends spend a day exploring the creepy abandoned building, and then they upload their video to YouTube. That's when they discover something truly terrifying. As the teens enter one of the old buildings, this happens.
Me and Cam will call each other in case we get split up and we can't find each other. Got no phone signal either. I know. Alright, let's go to the next building.
Did you see it? A disfigured face seems to stare out at the boys from one of the old classrooms. Brandon says that he has no explanation for the bizarre leering face. But what do you think?
I hope that's good visual effects.
School haunted? Or could this simply be a very, very strange reflection? Let me know down
I don't
below.
know, man. That's pretty bizarre and creepy at the same time.
On TikTok, Chilean TikTok user Franco Villejas claims that he has been experiencing shocking paranormal activity in his home. He says that he's seen unexplained shadows, had severe sleep paralysis, has actually been bitten on his back by an unseen force.
Jesus.
Creepiest of all, he's captured the terrifying apparition of a girl.
Okay, I remember this
through
clip.
His house at night. In a previous video, I featured several of Franco's creepy
I don't know about it.
with the alleged female ghost.
That's a little bit over the top.
Encounters, Franco says that the
Or a little bit
paranormal
too
entity has
perfect
not
in
left him
terms of
alone,
evidence. You know what I'm
and
saying?
the supernatural activity in his home has only intensified.
Oh God, fuck
The spirit seems to toy with Franco, frequently turning on his bathroom shower and sink and causing his lights to flicker or malfunction. One night, when Franco is home alone, he notices that the light and stereo downstairs seem to mysteriously turn on by themselves.
Se encendió la luz de abajo y está sola la casa. Voy a bajar.
It's creepier that it shuts off as he's coming down.
Then, on another night, things get downright terrifying.
Se escucha mucho ruido en el primer piso.
So much crap floating around in front of the camera.
Estoy viendo la escalera y no hay nadie. Ah, concha madre.
Did you see it? After hearing a voice, Franco goes back to his bedroom. As he pans his camera around the room, in one split second, a woman can be seen sitting on his bed. When he pans back just a second later, no one there. Franco didn't even notice the creepy apparition himself, but when he posted the video, his viewers pointed it out immediately. But is it a real ghost or just some very good special effects?
He's got to be really good at it.
So, it's kind of become a bit of a trend in TikTok dance videos these days for someone to post a dance and then there's some spooky shadow or something in the background. And to the point that I usually just don't feature those videos.
Yeah.
But many viewers sent in this next clip, and I have to say, it's pretty damn creepy.
Alright.
TikTok user MaryLiz9 records a short dance video in an empty parking lot for fun. But things take a very strange turn. As she dances from left to right, Mary Liz appears to be completely alone. But then suddenly the figure of a man appears right behind her. He has his back turned towards her and moves backwards.
It's her little brother.
Simply disappearing.
Or her boyfriend.
Some TikTok users think it's just really good editing.
Yeah, it's really good.
Some think it could be an optical illusion.
It's not.
And some even think the mysterious man is a time traveler.
He's not.
Anyway, what do you think? Let me know.
I think she's just got really good editing skills. Or a buddy of hers, maybe her little brother, was like, hey, give me some footage that I can try to alter and make it look super creepy. And he nailed it.
The woman, who wishes to remain anonymous, claims that she has been experiencing terrifying poltergeist activity in her home for years. She says that she can hear claws scratching at walls and doors throughout the night, and the sound of someone or something wandering the halls outside her bedroom door. The woman gave the sinister entity a very fitting name, Scratch. So the woman invited Mindseed TV to investigate her haunted Pennsylvania home.
Why don't you name him something like Rainbows or Puppies? Name him Puppy.
The walls and doors.
Maybe he wouldn't act up.
Covered
And
in
damn sure
scratches,
wouldn't scratch it
even though the homeowner
if you called it
doesn't
Puppy.
own any pets.
Remember when she said that she doesn't have any pets? But there's like all these scratches all over the house?
There's scratches all
Okay.
over.
Oh, god damn. Those are vicious.
Well, this is like something scratching to get out.
Oh, that's on the inside?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this one.
I was about to say, are those doors that have been there since she bought the house? Did the previous owner have pets, you know?
It becomes clear that something does not want them there.
Alright, I'm coming up. Can you please not push me?
Look at this epic EMF detector.
Yeah, no, when we're downstairs. Can you please not shove us?
So that was a threat.
That's what I think.
Lo and behold, he gets shoved.
Are you good?
That was
up, dude. You alright?
Yeah, what was that like?
I don't know. It's like I'm like bracing you up. My arm just like
No, my arm just felt like it got slapped.
In the home's basement, they find 3 strange bricks lined up perfectly to block up a small hidden area inside a brick wall. The Mindseed TV guys remove the bricks to find what looks to be the charred remains of something with a very foul stench.
There's flies. Look.
Yeah, that's some type of charred remains.
There's flies in here too. Yeah, that is charred looking, right? What's up with the bricks there?
Casey, Tanner, and Colton decide to do what they call in the paranormal field a quote, blind spirit box session. Tanner covers his eyes and ears, so he is only
It's sensory deprivation, right?
through the spirit box. Meanwhile, Casey and Colton ask the ghost questions. When they ask about the hole in the wall, they get a response that is downright chilling.
There's something buried in the rubble. I'm not going to touch it. What's inside this wall?
Baby. For the spirit.
But when Casey asks about the remnants behind the wall, and Tanner's response was baby for the spirit, my stomach flipped over.
When asked about the mysterious burned remains inside the wall, Tanner hears the words baby and for the spirit. After this intense experience, the team has had enough stress for the night and decide to just get some sleep. Of course, it did not go well.
Jesus. I like shook the whole house.
Yo, you hear this? Yeah.
When I woke up, my heart was racing, and it made me feel even more uneasy to know that the guys heard it too.
It sounded almost like a wrecking ball was dropped onto the roof.
Whatever it was so loud that it made me jump out of bed, and then next thing I know, I hear the guys yelling.
A loud bang from somewhere in the house wakes up the 3 investigators. Colton claims he heard it coming from the roof right above his room. They all go outside to check it out.
Ew. Can you hear something running up there?
Oh man. Hey, wait.
The fuck is it?
Yeah, you heard that, right?
Scratchy?
Yeah, it's like there's something running around up here. Dude, it was like a claw, like just...
Oh, that window's up.
What's up with that?
Yeah, what is up with that?
That was not like that. Dude, something opened that window 100% while we were out here. That opened from the inside.
As they are standing outside scanning the rooftop, a window in the attic mysteriously opens on its own. When they go back inside to investigate, they find that the screen of the attic window has been kicked in and has fallen down the stairs. Freaked out and no longer feeling alone, they all want to leave. But Casey convinces the team to do one more short spirit box session before they leave the premises. What happens next is truly bizarre.
I did it. She said I made it clear. Goosebumps all over me.
That's just laughing. Like, that just sounded like it's laughing.
What do you want? Just tell us what you want and we'll leave. We'll leave right now. Give me something. Blood?
Listen. You said blood or listen?
That's creepy.
A terrifying laugh seems to come through the spirit box as if mocking the Mindseed TV team. They finally decide to just get out of there.
Probably best. Probably best idea you guys have had all night.
Haunting
Matter of fact.
Is it real? Or is it all
Good
just
shit,
an
man.
elaborate hoax? You decide.
Well, I tell you what I'm gonna do. Let's do some gaming, man. Let's do some gaming. I think I'm gonna do Satisfactory, just because I kind of had some fun doing that yesterday. And I want to get to, you know, get to building, man. And once I get the shit set up the way that I want it, and get some basic components, I got to get some assemblers set up for sure. I want to get the rotors, processing, shit like that. And then we can do some exploration, man, because I really like exploring the planet. What ends up happening half the time is I go explore, and then I end up thinking to myself, oh, this is like a dope location. I really want to start building here. Which there's nothing really wrong with that either, but let me close this out because I don't need that. But yeah, like there's another location I want to go visit. I love how it caught me while I'm brushing my hair. Yeah, there's another location I want to go visit because, again, I know it's probably just ambiance, but I've been hearing a lot of sounds that make me think there could be some additional creatures. Even if not, I want to go and check out. Okay, I'm going to go and check out some of the other areas because they've added a lot of foliage in the area that I'm building in. That's really added a lot to the game. But beyond that, I want to go see if they've done any of that to other locations as well. Oh shit, hold on, let me drop this down one more step. Am I good? I gotta feel balanced, you know what I'm saying? I gotta feel balanced. I think I'm good. Let me do some volume adjustment here. Alright, dope. If that ends up sounding like a big jumbled mess, you guys let me know, okay? So I got background music, but it's playing from a different device. Okay, so you're rocking. Oh! I was gonna say, it showed 100% there for a second. I'm like, I know it's not running at that. Alright. 43.2 per minute. It seemed like I was able to get these machines to put out about that in terms of plates. Yeah. Right? 14.2. See, it's 14, 28, 42.6. 42.6 is what it's at. What's 42.6 divided by 3? Hold up, because then I can just put that exact amount in. $42.6 divided by 3, 14.2. Okay, so I had it right. Now I'm questioning. Was it 42.6? It's 43.2. Is that what I put in? I'm fucking stupid, I'm sorry. $14.4, okay. Alright, so I'm not crazy. So I need these to be putting out 14.4 per minute each. Alright. Same thing here. That way they're working pretty close to 100% efficiency. Boom. Cool. And then what was it that it needed in terms of screws? 120 a minute. So it's 40 per. 40. I just wanted to make sure I got them all set at that. 40. And 40. Okay, cool. And yeah, this conveyor belt can only do 120 parts per minute anyway. Alright, so it should be around 100% efficiency. But, I might be trying to force too much. It's probably the plates. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud, but yeah, it's the plates. Okay. Oh, I wonder why that's getting so caught up. Oh. I know why. It's because these bad boys back here, this smelter, can't keep up with all three, right? Because for each of them, it'll need 21.6. Okay. Times 3. You know what'd be sick is if there was a calculator built into the game. Which there very well might be. Let me check that, just to be sure. Because that would be awesome. Codex is O. I don't see any clear vehicle path. Oh, okay. Got it. Remote wheel. Dismantle. Toggle mass dismantle. I mean, I'm sure there's probably not one. But it'd be cool. I'll check the codex, which is O. Alright. Parts, equipment, buildings, recipe, tutorial. Okay, there's none. That's alright, man. I used to have a real small handheld calculator. Because it's, doesn't seem like it would be. But dragging out the old cell phone to use as a calculator can be a little tedious. Alright, 21.6 times 3. So I would need that to put out 64.8. Alright, 64.8. So, definitely needs more. I don't even know. Yeah, it'll do 64.8, won't it? $64.8. Alright. Cool. Now, that should help out. Are these Mark II? Yeah, okay. So that should help out with the plates. Alright. So that's doing 64.8. Is it? Okay, blah, blah, blah. So that's how many of the ore it needs to input. And this is putting out 30 per minute. Is that what each needs? No. 45 total is what it'll need to put out. Okay. I can do that though. That's not bad. 45. Alright. But I need to make sure that the drill's putting out exactly that. For now. 109.8 is what I need the drill to be putting out for right now. I really like the fact that you can put in decimals now. 109.8, baby. And that should be perfect because the total amount of iron ore that's being put out to the smelters, it doesn't surpass the 120, which is the maximum amount that the conveyor belt can hold. So that's positive. That's positive. Cool, man. Cool. I'm excited about that. Usually it doesn't work out even close to as seamlessly as I'd like it to. Alright, let me go check the efficiency down here, see if it's gotten any better. Come on, baby, get up to 36. You know, it'll take a minute before it'll actually... Come on, 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 come on. Oh, perfect. Perfect, dude. Alright. So that's doing what it can right now. Look at that. Stacks of them, dude. Not many, but you know what I'm saying. I got 100. That's the first time in a long time I've had 100 of these in my inventory. And I think I've got... Yeah. Look at that. That's pretty close. It's not perfect in terms of efficiency, but it's pretty close. Because I already tweaked the copper production stuff, if I remember correctly. I'll go down here and check. While I'm here, I'm going to make sure that I just top off on this stuff. Yeah. Grab you, put you, and that, sort it. Yep. Alright, let's go check. How you doing, Drilly? Okay, yeah, I've already got it at 50%. Well, 50 parts per minute. Okay. Make sure everybody down here is doing the same. 50 per minute, right? Okay. It's putting out 50 per minute. You need 15. You need 15, so that's 30. 20. Alright, that's 50. Excellent. And this is making copper sheets. I'm pleased, man. I'm pleased. Doesn't take much to please me, but that's doing it for me right now. Alright. Now that I know the button for the codex, I can actually search recipes and stuff. And, rotors. That's right. I got real bummed out yesterday. I mean, for other reasons, but one thing that helped put me over the edge was realizing that to make these rotors, it takes screws and rods. Which, you know, you wouldn't think that would be a big deal, but I already devoted so much time into creating as many screws as possible for this assembler. But that's alright. All of the stuff here, as far as I'm concerned, is devoted for this one assembler. But I still have plenty of other resources, iron resources specifically, around here. The actual resource node in the ground. But I hate wasting stuff. So, for instance, the drill over there that's providing the iron ore for these machines, it's a pure resource node. So you can pull a lot out of the ground from that one resource node alone. So, having said that, I'm like, alright, can I make anything happen to where I'm still utilizing that one resource node? Or should I just go to a different one? I got 4 total, right? So I guess I could just move to a different one. I'll just let these guys focus on it. But again, that's what I mean, is if you look at it, this drill is not even running at 100%. And it's providing these machines with what they need to make the reinforced plates. So it's like, god damn, I'd love to utilize that for other stuff, which you can. I mean, this is a splitter, right? I could always put a few additional machines around, because I just need rods and screws, right? So it's definitely doable. And maybe I'll just make him go this direction. Sorry, this is part of the planning process in my mind where I'm like, what do I do? I mean, I can pretty much make it go any direction, right? But I am trying to project in my mind how much space that's going to take up as I lay the machines out in a row. And mean, to do the rods, it's not as bad, but then the screws as well. I have to make rods first and then turn them into screws. So that takes 2 constructors in a row. Even still, it's not a huge ordeal. But what I typically do in the past playthroughs is I make a ramp going downward that leads to this land, this area over here, and then I'll eventually program a truck to go down there, grab some coal and bring it back up. So I want to leave this area as free from obstacles as I can to allow for trucks to come up and back down. So having said that, I think I'm just gonna utilize a different resource. Look at him skating. Look at this motherfucker skating. Hey, can you like walk? You're creeping me out. Yeah, there you go. Do some actual walking in your life, thanks. Okay, you're already creepy enough. Here, let me put this down before this asshole tries walking over here. Or I guess I could, you know, start building a second floor. Right? Over top of these bad boys and take a conveyor lift up to a second floor. Let's explore that option. Let me make sure I'm good on the stuff that I need to do it. Probably am, but I could always use more. I'm going to take more of these and a whole other stack of those. 3 full stacks should be enough, right? Yeah. Alright, and I'm going to grab some more concreto. How are you doing on efficiency? Are you 100% efficient? 96? Okay. Putting out 120 per minute. What are you guys taking in? 40.05. Is that right? 40.05. I guess that's as close as it can get, huh? It's 120 exactly, right? $39. Where did I have it as? Wait, 13.25? What's that? What's that put it at? Okay, we're getting there. Like I said, I love these decimals. 30.3. What about 13.35? Okay, that's exactly what it was before I started fucking with it. I'm an idiot. Alright. How about this? 13.325. Okay. 13.32. That's good. I'm fine with that. It won't go to 3 decimal places, but that's okay, man. The fact that it'll go to 2 decimal places is pretty impressive. Alright, 13.32 then. Boom shaka. Okay. Finely tuned. Finely tuned, man. You gotta tweak them. You guys pretty good on biofuel? Yeah. Right? Okay. They could use... Oh, look at that. Look at this. Even with that little tweaking that I did over there with the concrete, smoothing it out, man. Smoothing it out. Alright, I did have these guys making biofuel, which I already crammed into the machines, apparently. Got you. Okay, let me make sure. See what I got left. Nothing. Nothing. Alright, well then, that kind of throws a small delay into my plan of making a second floor. I gotta go get some more plants and stuff. Hey man, are you doing alright? Barrel nuts! Thank you, dude. You're so sweet. I'm sorry, I gotta leave you there again for a minute. Alright, I'm gonna go tear down this beautiful foliage to supply my machines. Oh god, little glitch there. Pull it out. I do have a bunch of whatchamacallums, like the alien carapace. Oh, dude, you kind of scared me for a minute. How's it going, my guy? You doing okay? You're cute. You're cute. I like you. But yeah, the alien carapace, I know it's pronounced like carapace or whatever. I call it carapace because it looks like an Italian dish. I do have several of those, along with the alien organisms, and I believe I've unlocked the recipe that allows you to utilize it for solid biofuel. But I can't remember if there are additional research trees in the MAM that I need to utilize those for instead, so I'm going to hold off on spending those on making biofuel for now, till I confirm that. Plus I've got tons of plant life that I can absolutely wreck to serve my fuel purposes. I also do need to do it because, you know, whenever I go to build, a lot of the plant life can grow through the foundations that I put down, and that drives me nuts, so I do need to clear it out anyway, you know. Need to focus more on probably the area up here on top of this land mass, because that's where I'm going to build the second floor that I'm considering putting up. Oh, hey, cool. Sulfur, that's good, I'll take that. Alright. Cool. Tight. Oh, I was kind of worried it was going to screw up the paleberry plant. I'm glad it didn't. Give me that. A lot of times, whenever you're using the chainsaw, it doesn't just clear out the one item that you're pointing at whenever you trigger the chainsaw. It clears out all the other plants and shit nearby, which I appreciate. It makes the clearing of these life forms a lot quicker, you know? Instead of having to trigger each and every one of them. Alright, how the fuck do I get up here? Felt like, I guess I'll go across. Oh, chainsaw in the water. Alright, so yes, this is the area up here I really need to focus on clearing out. Let's get in deep. Let's go for the trees. Go for this. Alright. Let me throw away the flower petals, dude. I don't need all these. Jeez. I have a bunch already saved back at the hub. This paleberry plant's gonna have to be trashed, unfortunately. Oh, that's right. You have to target them specifically, so you can't inadvertently cut them down, I guess. It's good. Oh god. I was just trying to look down there, but truthfully, that worked out kind of well. Huh. Oh boy, am I going to be able to do it? Huh. Alright. That'll work. Okay. Huh. Got it. I'm sure there's something important on top of that rock. I can't remember. I feel like I've been up there at least once in a previous playthrough. Look at this fucking big ass dude down there. Just going all Humpty Dumpty around my machines. Don't walk off the edge, dude. I'd hate to see you die. Alright, what else we got? Glad I got these Blade Runners on. got mad ups. Alright, Jesus. What do we got, like, in the form of leaves and wood? Okay, we got an ass ton of leaves. And, you know, a decent quantity of wood. Put this over my ear so I can hear in case anybody hollers for me. I like to be courteous, you know. There are other people living in the house, sometimes they need to get a hold of me. So I like to be able to hear them. Alright, making sure I'm not forgetting any plants. Ah, hey! Let me put this away, my guy. Hi! How are you? Come here. Can you see him? Let me back up. Crouch. Ah, he's eating them. I didn't even know you were there. Hi. Where'd you go? Hi. Where'd he go? Did you guys see him? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Is he? Where'd he go? Did he run away? That was so trippy. Did I just see a ghost dog? Is that a ghost dog? There he is. Did he eat the berries? Oh, let me try to put him down again. Come on, dude. Did he run away again? What the fuck? Am I seeing a ghost dog? Tell me I'm not batshit. Did he eat him? Where'd he go? He's like hiding in the bushes. Where'd you go, my guy? I've got another doggy that would love to meet you. There he is. I don't want to scare him. Can I come up on him slow? Hey, buddy. Come here. Come here. Let me get close. Come here. Come on. Oh, he's not having it. He's testy. Alright. I can't see you that well, so I'm going to have to clear out some of the plants around you, okay? And don't be scared of my chainsaw. I know it's spooky, but it's just it's a oversized weed eater. Where'd you go? Come on, boy. Hi. Let me put away this spooky loud thing. Hey, guy. Hey, guy. Hey, guy. Hey, don't run away. Come here. Come here. Well, he don't give a fuck, does he? Come here, dude. What are you doing? You're really weird. You're really weird. You're a strange guy. Let me back up. Got him. Got him. Holy shit, he took a lot of effort. Oh, don't eat all of them, dude. Hey, those are valuable to me. Hey, you're a good dog. Alright, give me those back. Alright. Alright, I got 2 of them now, man. And you're both going to inadvertently die, I'm sure. Alright, I'm going to throw up some temporary... Let's call it a ramp for now. So me and Doggo can get over here. Yeah. Come on, dude. I want to put him back in the pen with the other guy. Now, see, this is what I mean. I'm sure that eventually they'll probably add this as part of the game, but I want them to allow us to customize each dog, okay? Or at least name them so I can tell the difference. Because now I got 2 doggos, and I want to be able to tell the difference, man. Come on. What are you doing, man? Why are you still over here? You just getting out of the sun? That's alright. I understand. You still back there? Good boy. Goddamn, you're cute. Yeah, I had to put out some effort to tame his punk ass. I'm walking slow so he can keep up, okay? I care for my dogs. Still back there? Alright. Come this way a little bit further so you don't get caught on the edge of the ramp. Hey, boyo. Oh, look, I got you a buddy. Come here. Oh, why are you moonwalking? Hi, guys. Hold on, okay? I need to close you back in here. Okay. Let me pet ya. Jesus, dude. I don't know how you're finding stuff while you're all trapped in here. You guys are adorable. Okay. Yeah, dude, let us name them at least. Come on. Okay, I want to pet you one more time each. Okay, you guys are so adorable. Throw that away. I'm gonna throw away the quartz that you somehow manifested. Alright, guys, I'll be back, okay? I want to get some of this working in the machines too to turn into biofuel. So, make sure it's not clogged with any bullshit. Let's start with the biomass wood, because it produces way more biomass than the grass does, or the leaves. I guess I got enough of the plates that I can make Mark II conveyor belts just to move the process along a little bit quicker, you know? And I guess I could crank this out to where it's working faster, huh? I got a few power shards left. So it needs 240 a minute, and it needs this to push out 240 a minute. Well, it's pushing out 300 a minute. Well, the conveyor belt can only hold 240, so... No, it can't even hold that. What the fuck am I talking about? 120. And... sorry, I went retarded there for a second. Okay, yeah, it can only move 120 per... Okay. Got it. Okay. So, it's operating at its maximum possible efficiency right now. Alright. How much of this have you churned out yet? 76? I hit sort. What is wrong with you? Jesus. I guess I could go do some by hand, right? Most of the stuff that you do by hand takes forever, but I don't think the biofuel's that bad. He says before that spends the next 45 minutes doing this. Nah, that's pretty fast. Background music gets me hype. All of the fucking mango things that I have. Bango! See what I could do. I'll take the leaves, turn it into biomass by hand. Ow. Fucking slap this shit. And then I can go load it in the machine, like a full stack of it, and not have to wait for the previous machine to turn the wood into biomass. It's actually a lot quicker for me to do it by hand, believe it or not. Now, as far as turning the biomass into biofuel, I don't know if it's faster than the machine. Guess we'll find out. Oh, I forgot that mycelia also can be turned into biomass. I do have some extra mycelia. For sure. For sure. And I do know of another location, at least one, that I could go in and farm some more mycelia. Actually, I take that back. If I just go down to the ground level beneath where foundation is placed, those plants down there have mycelia. At least they used to. And I'm sure that's still the case. Almost there. Almost done. Okay. How quick does this work? It's not very quick. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up, guys. Hold up. Let me go throw a full stack in here. Crank that shit up. So what does that make? 4? 60 per minute. I'm not even going to get into calculating how fast it is to be made by hand, but you get it. Because in this case, I can crank the machine up as fast as I want, right? Well, no, because the outbound machine... Well, no, I can catch it by hand. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. Yeah, because outbound it's putting out 120 per minute, so it can't feed in 240 per minute, but if I'm feeding it by hand, then yeah. See what I'm saying? There's no bottleneck on the input because I can just feed it in by hand. And on the output side of it, it can put out 120 per minute, so I'm not having to sit around and wait for the conveyor belt that's moving slower to feed them in. So I can just keep stacking these on top. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Alright, I'm gonna look and see how much it's got done, and I'm gonna start filling up the biomass burners with it. Biofuel. Okay. And you. And yep. Alright. Did I fill that one? I did. I forget. Alright. And where you at? You. Okay. And yep. Okay. And yep. Okay. Put those back together. Ooh, is this gonna top it off? Oh yeah. Alright, now they're topped off. Cool. I got this sulfur. Oh, that's right. I broke down a resource node. Okay. Keep feeding these in by hand. You know, just stick around for a few minutes and get it done. That way I don't have to worry about it. And then whenever I come back the next time and I need to put more fuel into the biomass burners, it's already kind of done, you know? Thinking of what I need to do next. I do want to go through the process of trying to put on a second floor, which I'm going to try to minimize the amount of time that I take to do it, because if memory serves, I've always taken forever, dude, in the planning phase to throw shit down, and I know it can get super annoying to anybody who might be watching. But I need to get that put down, and I need to get another assembler going that can do the rotors for show. And I'm trying to utilize all of every resource that I can, even though, like I said, I've got 4 total, but 3 additional unused pure iron resource deposits that I could tap into. But the one that's currently being utilized down there for the one assembler machine and the 6 constructor machines isn't even operating at 100%. So I don't want to waste that. Although I guess in context, if I were to, you know, crank up the productivity of the machines in the future as I get better conveyor belts and shit like that, then I am going to have to utilize more power and output from that drill. So maybe I just hold on to it and work it from another resource node. I'm trying to think of where the next closest iron deposit is from here. There's a couple, I think. I'll have to use my resource scanner, because I can picture several in my head. But honestly, it's been a while since I played this game, so I can't remember off the top of my head exactly where the next closest one is. Alright, let me look. Is this guy feeding stuff in still? He is. Okay. Doing what he can, you know. Guess what I could do is top off, unless it's already topped off. Close. That's what I really need to be doing, is put a merger between these two machines. Have a storage container, if I can fit it. I'd have to probably put it this way. But a second storage container could come in and merge with this belt and feed into the machine. Biomass. Let's do that. I think that's kind of a crafty idea. It's not earth-shattering, but you know. How far back do I want to go? I think that'll be okay. Yeah, that'd be okay. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I like that quick select menu too. That's pretty cool. Alright, let me pull down this one, because it's no longer going to be aligned the way I want it to be with the machine. Alright, so what? It's this way, right? Yeah. Nice job, me. Whoops. I forgot the quick select menu. And I just used it. There it is. Okay. Got that. And I'm going to just put a standard container. Come on, line up with it, asshole. Thank you. Like that. Okay, can you... Thanks. Alright. So... power. That's right. I don't need a separate pole for that. That'd be ridiculous. I'll be ridiculous. Alright. I was doing wood before, right? Yeah. So let me throw in wood that I should have. Yeah, there's some. Do I have any more? It's okay if I don't. I just want to make sure. And 120 per minute. That's what I needed it to put out. Boom. Alright, so there's that. It's doing its thing. Spitting that out. This guy is not doing its thing because I forgot to reconnect it. There you go. Are you topped off? There you go. Okay. That's rolling. So, lined up here should be sufficient. And then I'll put down conveyor pole right there. And then this and this and this and this. So nice to have some of the reinforced iron plates in my inventory. So that way I can actually utilize the Mark II conveyor belts. I just had a blank there. Here we go. See, now they're both feeding it in. I know that 120 is the maximum that it'll push through there, and that's fine. But I don't have to stand here and hold it in, or load it in by hand, you know what I'm saying? Which is positive in my mind. Alright. Having said that, I want to top off my personal stack of biofuel. Alright. Now we can kind of go back to doing our thing. I want to grab some more concrete, though. At least have 3 full stacks. Okay, and then I'm going to focus on trying to put down a second floor. Look at that. Oh no, what happened to the power band? Why is it erratic now? What happened? Is it because of my... Oh, it's probably because of this stuff, huh? Oh, yep, it is. That's right. I forgot the other purpose of me feeding it in by hand is so that it wasn't bottlenecked by the 120 parts per minute that the conveyor belt can carry. Oh well. It will still be just fine. Much smoother. Much smoother. There's still some sort of dip going on. Why you dipping? Oh. Got it. This guy here. Okay. No big deal either. Alright, so second floor. Here's what I usually do, okay? This elevation right here was originally created to cover up a bit of the terrain that angles up and came through this initial level of, what do you call it? Foundation. So it was made to overcome that. Alright. For the most part, what you can assume though, and what I typically do is I need to go up higher in order to create the second floor that I usually use. Even from here. Let me kind of guess, in essence, what it'll take for me to elevate to that level. Okay, that's angulated. Which I did unlock my angles, didn't I? Some of them. Let's use some of those. Let's get into using those, man. Foundations. Yeah, I did. Oh yeah, I did. Is it this one? Yeah, something like that. Right? Yeah, and then it flattens off. And then you can go this, and then you can change the build mode to Zoop-a-Loop. Right? Grab, pull this way. Hot diggity, dude. I like that. So now it's not just some weird... You know, it's not a weird ramp that just ends. It angles up as well. Alright, cool. Now these, I'm automatically just by default using the big fat daddies. A lot of times I change them to the skinny daddies. because they're functioning as floors right now, right? So, and I think there are floors that you unlock, right? I probably don't have them now, obviously, but I think they are part of the awesome shop. What is it? Foundations? I swear, or maybe it was ceilings I saw. Walls. Tilted walls. I know I saw roofs, yep. But, I mean, you can use the... Oh, okay, yeah. I suppose you could use the roof paneling as flooring if you wanted to, right? Oh, you do also... Well, they had them previously. It was glass floors that you could see through. Are those gone? There's no glass floors anymore? Concrete wall material, asphalt. What? These are cool, but what happened to the glass floors? I wonder if there was a problem with them. You know, they were creating some sort of issue in the game. Maybe? This is purchases? What is this? There's no glass floors anymore? No more glass foundations? Really? Or is that unlocked somehow in the customizer? And I'm just not seeing it? That's a bummer, dude. That's a bummer. I'm gonna be real with you. I like the glass floors. Especially when I would build out over top of a very, very long drop-off. You could just look down and see. Plus, it made it easier to see machines that are down underneath you if you're trying to build upward. It's kind of a bummer, dude. I'm also... might have to look that up, actually. And figure out why those are not there anymore. Oh well. I mean, I guess it is what it is. Well, for now, I'm going to focus on putting down. I don't necessarily want to use the Fat Daddies. Let's use the slightly slimmer